Shook individuals bounce a blind fed from the urban streets of hard it came. This is all authentic ground, you can get pulled. Now we ain't the same. Shook individuals bounce a blind fed.
This is King Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing, the boxing debate arena. Open panel show. Anybody can join through Discord. If you don't know how to do this, well, there's a link in the description. You either download the Discord app or you open a Discord. Or you open the Discord. What is it? The software, whatever. On a browser. Anyway, just click on the fucking link. You'll find out how to use it. It's pretty easy. And then you just join the voice call, and that's pretty much it. So cut the fucking music. Anybody can join on Discord. We're going to be discussing the big fight, I guess. It's certainly a big fight. But the hype is not there for some people. Shout out to everybody in the chat, first of all. Super Anderson Aldo. He says, still this day. Let me just play my soundboard here.
We've been fighting 400 and still fighting to this day. Hey!
That's not it.
To this day! To this day! To this day!
All right. Eparokua is in the chat. Mike from Boston, of course. Who else? Felipe Percha, a BDA member. What do you call it? Membership program? Part of the membership program. Let's promote that shit. Guys, if you join the membership program, I think it's like $3 per month, something like that. You get special emojis, and you have also access to film analysis videos that Mr. BDA will be posting. So yeah, that's what you get with the membership program. So yeah, if you don't want to be a peasant, then join the membership program. Who's in the chat? We have Trillion Ballins. And not Jonathan Lambarena, Felipe Percha, another member. All right, guys, welcome to the show. Let's see who's on the Discord. Regan is supposed to join us. Jimmy is probably confused right now, so let me send him a link. All right. So yeah, guys, the prediction show we're gonna have it probably on Wednesday. That's when we're going to be writing down people's predictions so people don't flip-flop. And please, no excuses this time, all right? No floppy glove, egg weight, the costume was too heavy. We don't want none of that. And if those excuses start to come back, trust me, I'll be making more videos on that. I'll be making another 7-video compilation with people crying. I've seen some of these LDPC videos. The titles of their videos, they're clearly saying no more excuses. So that's good to hear. We will see if they keep their word. What else here? Robin Hood says we need the prophetic dream Nigerian to call in. I'm disappointed, Robin. He didn't call back. You guys missed it when we were having the prediction show for the Joshua Usyk fight. This guy from Nigeria said that he had a dream that Usyk was gonna get not even knocked out, like he was almost gonna get killed, basically. And he said that he had a prophetic dream for the Ruiz Joshua fight, I believe, and he saw Ruiz beating Joshua. So I actually believe this guy had powers, but he got it way wrong on this one. Potato Bat says Wilder has a new costume, Bucho. Yeah, somebody posted a picture on Discord. Let me try if I should have saved the picture because now I have to scroll all the way up. If somebody has a picture, can you just post it on the Discord group so I can show it to everybody? From what I saw, I think it was a drawing of the costume that Wilder's going to be wearing. It looks similar to the first one. I mean, to the one he used in the second fight, obviously. So hopefully there's no excuses. Hopefully it's made out of some light material. Trillion Ballin says, yet it looked like Joshua was on death's rope after the fight. Yeah. Now I was rewatching that 12th round. Joshua, he wasn't like hurt. Like he was. I mean, he wasn't. He looked more tired than anything, because I believe that Usyk's power started to diminish. I'm not saying he wasn't hitting hard and he wasn't getting AJ's respect, but at the end, I mean, you could see AJ was just fucking laughing. He was more tired than anything. And the reason why I'm saying this is because some people were saying that he was ready to knock him out. Not sure about that, but who the fuck knows, right? Only Joshua knows. Not said the Nigerian was pretty accurate. It only ended up being AJ. Oh, yeah, right. Black Lomachenko said it's 30 pounds heavier. Imagine. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this. Apparently, Wilder is going to come in at 230 something again. I remember some people saying that, that was one of the reasons why he lost the second fight. The fact that he went up from 112 and a year later was fighting at like 230 something. That's a lot of weight. And his legs, they still look pretty thin, like toothpicks. Not sure if that's a good idea. All right, guys, go to the Discord group. You can join me in a debate, and everybody's welcome. Super Anderson Aldo says Wilder has better stamina than AJ. That's why he's better. He probably has better stamina. He has to have better stamina than AJ, but I still think AJ knocks him out. Wilder, he just lacks skills, man. I saw a video of him hitting the pads with his new trainer Malik Scott. I don't really see that much improvement. I mean, a little bit of improvement, but that's nothing to get excited about. Like, that's not going to change the outcome of this fight. The only reason Wilder can win is he just lands that shot. But it's been, all right, this is going to be the third fight. We're still hoping for Wilder to land that punch and keep Fury down. Sure, he dropped him 2 times in the first fight, but that's not the point. I mean, you can drop a guy multiple times and get them back up. What's the point? I mean, sure, you might win a decision, you get some point, but you're not going to stop the guy. Wilder, that's what he needs to do. He needs to stop him. Because there's no way he wins a fucking decision. I remember Tito Trinidad. He used to go down all the time. He got back up. I will have Fight Scout. Fight Scout?
Nah, this is MMA champ.
Oh, Fight Scout. Yeah, that's why I saw the picture. Are you still like fighting Fight Scout or talking shit?
Are we but that's besides the point. Shout out to Fight Scout. Right. But let me say this, bro. Wilder, he could get a decision. You know how? Because if people are saying the first fight was so close, why did they give it a draw? So you don't think they'll give their own home fighter decision? Come on.
Who said the first fight was close?
No, I'm not saying. Nobody was saying that, right?
Okay.
I'm saying a lot of people saying it was wide, right? For Fury, right? And they gave it a draw. So that's what I'm saying. So you don't think they can rob Fury?
Oh,
I think
okay,
they
okay. I know what you
definitely
mean.
can.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, that's a good
Right?
point,
They
though.
can.
That's a good
They
point. That's a good point. He could like try
okay.
to make it to the 12th round and then maybe
Yeah,
get a
that's what I'm
decision.
saying. This could like
Yeah, but
Wilder could actually, try to like do just enough
mhm.
to so the judges could rob Fury. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
In the chat, not also agree. He says he has a good point, Bucho. They can rob Fury. I agree with that. The thing that here's the difference, though. If you look at the first fight, Fury was running away from fucking Wilder for the most part. He was just circling around, clowning around, like throwing that shitty jab, which was actually landing. But in the second fight, he was just coming forward. What's Wilder gonna do? Let's say like Fury, which is he's gonna do actually. He comes again, just coming forward. Just goes for it. What's Wilder gonna do? Clinch? He can't clinch. He doesn't know how to clinch. He's gonna what?
Listen, bro.
Circle. His legs can. He can't circle. His legs are. I don't know why his legs are like that, man. He doesn't know how to move around the ring. So there's no escape for
Let me
Wilder
say
has
this,
to stand
Mucho.
his ground, man.
Mucho.
Yes.
Let me say this, bro. I think Wilder can look better. I think a lot of people are underestimating Wilder.
Okay.
I think about this, Mucho. Having the power Wilder has and just upgrading your skill level and your skill set a little bit, you know how much that'll do? Having that power and having a good skill set, bro, come
I
on, bro.
agree.
That's what I'm.
Listen. I think Wilder could have become a great heavyweight boxer because of his physical attributes. Right? Look at him. He has the powers like definitely there. All right. Yeah, he's pretty fast. Obviously,
Yeah,
for a
he
heavyweight.
has the speed with the power too. Like when he throws it,
It's
it's
too
fast
late.
too.
It's too late. It's fucking too late. This is the thing. You still think. I mean, this is the same thing we've been. These are the same things we've been saying for 5 years. What if he improves? What if he? What if? Why is it gonna happen this time? Why?
Because, bro, he didn't have to improve against those guys, but he has to improve against Fury, right? And I think like we didn't see as much as we want to say, oh, Mark Breland's a great trainer. Mark Breland could have did all this stuff Malik Scott is doing with him. Because if Wilder was stubborn, how come Malik Scott is really showing him out the box now? But Mark Breland wasn't doing none of that.
Mark
Mark
Breland
Breland was a yes man.
Okay, that's a good point. But maybe wasn't it because the other guy JD's were getting in the way or something? Because I saw some videos and Mark Breland was holding the pads, and they were doing some okay work. But then I would see JD's. What's his name? JD's? Yeah, whatever. He when he was holding the pads with Wilder, it looked like shit. So obviously, well, not obviously, but what was probably happening in that camp was that JD's wasn't allowing Mark Breland to do his fucking job. How do you explain the fact? Okay, so what's your theory here? That Mark Breland wasn't doing shit there? He was just standing there?
Yes, he was a
Because
yes
he
man.
wanted to? Why not? Why wasn't he doing anything?
Listen, if Mark Breland was trying to help Wilder, how come he didn't leave Wilder while going saying Wilder's not listening to, like, I'm trying to help this guy, he's not listening. But no, Wilder fired him. So come on, bro, let's keep it real.
Because Wilder wants to be in control. He likes a guy like JD's who's gonna let him do whatever he wants. He doesn't want somebody to tell him what to do. Now, this time, yeah, it looks like things have changed a little bit.
You say you don't like nobody who tells him what to do. Malik Scott is telling him what to do. Wilder would have done that
it's too late.
if Malik Scott wasn't telling him to do that. So listen, bro, he is being told what to do, and he's actually improving. The body shots, you never saw Wilder go to the body that much. He has better footwork now, head movement and everything. So he's looking better. Let's just, let's not try to bash a fighter, bro. We always gotta bash a guy.
He can look. Listen, I'm not saying he can look a little better. I'm just saying it's not gonna be enough. And you know what? He should have done this way back, and then gradually start implementing these new skills that he's learning with other boxers You just don't learn something new and immediately try to apply it with one of the best heavyweight, if not the best heavyweight right now. I mean, I don't know if I'm explaining myself properly here. It's
No, Bucho, I understand what you're saying. I definitely will understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think, yes, Wilder, he is pretty up there in age, but the guy is a former Olympian. He started boxing at 20
stop
something
saying
years
former,
old,
bitch.
right?
Yeah.
Bro, he's already proven all these critics wrong, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Just don't get too ahead of yourself.
Okay. What critics are? Proving critics wrong. I mean, I'm surprised he went this far. That's for sure. With
Yes,
the
bro.
limited skills.
People
I
saying he's
give him credit.
trash.
Yeah.
People saying he's trash, but he
It's not
has 10
trash.
title defenses
His
and
skills
stuff
are
like
trash.
that.
His power is real.
He has.
His power is real. Skills are trash.
But
Do
let's
you
be
agree with
honest, bro. You can't be have a bad. You can't have Let's see, bro.
You can in this
You
heavyweight
can't be.
division.
You
You can
can't
get away
be.
with it in
You
this
can't be
heavyweight division.
trash. You can't be trash and go 12 rounds with Tyson Fury in the first fight and knock down Tyson Fury and almost knock out Tyson Fury. Because we all know if that was any other ref, the ref would have stopped the fight. We wouldn't even be looking at trilogy. We know that.
Did the referee did the right thing?
What you said?
Did the referee do the right thing in that 12th round?
No.
What do you mean no?
I think he gave him more time. You know this.
I don't know this. No, he didn't. So you're saying he
He
should have
didn't give
stopped the
him more
fight? So you're
time,
saying he should have
bro.
stopped the fight? Oh,
Look
come on.
at it. Look at it with a clock, right, or a timer, or whatever, and see how much time that was.
How
That
much
was
time
more
was
than
it?
10.
How
That
much
was
time?
more.
How
That was
much?
more than 10 seconds. It was more than 10 seconds. That's
Like what? 11?
Nah, more than that, bro. So listen,
Okay, what? 15.
bro. But I will tell you this: no matter, you might not want to admit it, but it'll do, bro. A million pay-per-view buys. It's gonna be a great event.
I hope so.
Yeah, bro. Like the card is stacked. We got Big Baby Anderson, right? Fighting like not his fighter. He's fighting. It's a good step up match. Then we got F.A. Jabba versus Frank Sanchez. Should be a good battle of the prospects. Then we got Helenius versus Nowaki, whatever.
Yeah.
Was this the rematch?
Yeah, rematch.
Yeah, we got the rematch, and then we got Wilder Fury trilogy. So this should be a great card. Everybody buy it. Buy the pay-per-view. I think it's gonna be a great event, and cause listen, bro. If why would you want to watch a fight that is so one-sided, right? Because if you guys are saying this is so one-sided, why are you even watching it, bro? Like, I won't even want to watch.
No, are you
a fight.
paying? That's a real question. Why are you paying for it? Like, I know a lot of people are gonna watch it, but I don't know if they're gonna do it legally. You know what I mean? That's just. I hope this fight, like this. I was telling you on Discord that I don't think this fight is gonna make a million, but I hope you're right because I want to see boxing, thrive. I want boxing pay-per-views to be successful. Of course, I love boxing. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Let's just introduce some of the people who have joined us on the voice channel here on Discord. Guys, welcome. Who do we have here? Jared, Loon.
Yo, what up, man?
What's up?
Hello?
The fuck is that?
What?
Oh, I heard a weird voice. What's up? Anyways,
This is Jared.
all right. So, anyways, you guys want to jump in here, say something about this fight?
Dude, Haitian is a straight Wilder rat. He's reiterated every excuse right now.
Bro.
I know.
You're a clown.
Straight up.
Stop talking on me.
Bro, you are. You're like a super
You're a
fan.
clown,
You're one of
bro.
these
You're a
diehards,
clown.
bro.
Sit down, bro. Sit down. Okay.
Stand up, bro. Stand up.
You're a Fury fanboy, bro. Okay. Sit down,
Bro,
bro. Sit down,
you're
little
talking
boy.
about the long
Sit down,
count.
little
You
boy.
brought up the
Sit down,
long
little boy.
count.
Sit down,
What are you
little
gonna bring
boy.
up? The gloves
Sit down,
next?
little boy.
Talk about
Sit
the
down,
gloves
little boy.
again?
Sit down there, boy.
Let's
You're
have
so
a proper debate here. So, who's in here? Who's saying Ragnarok?
yeah,
Ragnarok.
right here.
What do you disagree with? What
Yo,
Haitian said?
Bucho, I'll be right back.
He's leaving, bouncing, scared. No, but so you disagree with everything that Haitian said?
Well, come on, man. Those are like all the LDBC excuses. Like,
Yeah,
of course, I
listen.
disagree with all that.
Yeah, he brought the long count again. He actually believes in the long count. I'm disappointed in Haitian. Like it's complete bullshit. And anyways, it wasn't like Fury was hurt because I mean he did go down, but once he got back up, he was on the offensive, and he had Wilder clinching and all. So the referee did the right decision. If you say the otherwise, then I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, people put a stopwatch to it, and even then, it's I don't know, maybe like a tenth of a second late, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you see," like it's like, bro, it's a referee's count. Like he's got to look at the fighter, evaluate how he looks, how he's standing.
Yeah,
It's not just a straight like 10 count. Like no.
And if everybody counts to 10, some people are gonna have like add an additional second, or they're gonna count to 9 in reality. So it's like he has a fucking stopwatch next to him and anything. He's just counting out of his.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to thank One Foot Out the Door. Thank you for your contribution. He says, "Love the channel." Well, thank you for being a loyal listener. You're always usually in the chat, so thank you very much. Yeah, join us on Discord, everybody. The link is in the description. Don't be shy. So, guys, are you excited about this fight?
No, I just want to get it over with.
You want to get over with like what? Like the saga, the trash talk?
Yeah, like it should have been happened. We should have been seen it. Just like like how they talk about like, oh, he had so many title defenses. Those were the weakest title defenses ever. Like the guy is so fabricated. Like I just want him to be out of the spotlight that he didn't deserve, and let's just get on with some real fights.
Right. Like Haitian was telling me not to call Wilder trash. I don't think I've ever called him trash though. But not to call him trash. Like let's put things into perspective. And I have been putting things into perspective. I actually think that Wilder exceeded expectations, considering the limited skills that he has. But let's not forget, like you said, Ragnarok. Like the guy was defending one belt. He didn't try to unify. Actually, he never tried to unify. He milked that WBC belt for a long time. Didn't really fight anybody. And then finally, once he faced a guy like Tyson Fury, he lost. Am I exaggerating here? No, that's the reality.
He's not well rounded.
And let's not forget that the Fury fight is just a cherry pick gone bad. He didn't really believe Fury was going to make a comeback like that. That's all it was. He thought he was going to beat him easily and have that name on his resume.
Yep. He thought he was going to beat Fury.
Fury was like, he's coming back, man. So, Gypsy.
Yeah. Well, hopefully his career can move forward now. I mean, this fight, this whole thing has been just a mess, man. This fight should have never happened. Yeah, exactly. This fight shouldn't even be happening. Remember, guys, in the summer of Fury and Joshua, that fight was already like done. But then they come out with this arbitration decision. Fucking guys, man, ruining the sport. Now we get this fight.
Dude, I was so pissed, dude. I was so pissed when that happened.
Me too, man. Everything was ready. I mean, Saudi Arabia, whatever, man. All right, fine, man. We were gonna get that fight, unification fight. Now what? Get this crap fight. They're not even promoting it.
Dude, what it is Aram. I believe Aram and Fury knew the whole time because I don't know. I paid attention to it because I was excited to see the unification fight. And I don't know if you guys realize, like, it seems like Eddie Hearn pretty much did all the work. Like, Buff Warren and Aram were like for the longest saying like we're not even this isn't even gonna happen. It's a pandemic. It's impossible. Like and they just let Eddie Hearn do his thing. And then when he finally got the deal, it's like, oh well, we got to fight Wilder.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they knew, man. Maybe they knew.
They knew something. They knew something because they didn't lift the finger. And then like I think they were just hoping Eddie Hearn couldn't pull it off. And then once he did, it was like I
Yeah,
don't know.
I could be. Listen, we'll never know, I guess. What we do know is that this fight is happening, and I don't. Haitian was talking about this fight making 1 million pay-per-view buys. Come on. I don't even. I think somebody mentioned that not even Jake Paul's fight did a fucking million.
Really?
Which one did they say did 1 million though? The first Wilder Fury or the second one? And is that true?
Didn't the first fight make 800,000?
Yo.
Yeah.
What's the debate?
Okay. Do you remember how many pay-per-view buys?
And don't lie.
No, but the Jake Paul fight. This is another Jake Paul against the other UFC guy. The last fight.
Tyron Woodley?
Yeah.
I think 500K.
Okay. Phew. All right. I said 800. Okay, another question. How many pay-per-view buys happened for the first Fury Wilder fight?
The first one, I don't know.
In the chat, John Baker says first fight did 350,000. Second fight did 1.2 million. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like the second fight. I think it was like 900, 800, somewhere around there, maybe 1 million. But
I believe that. Well,
that 12th round knockdown really kind of
wait, you said what?
Yeah, there was drama. There was drama.
Which you said what?
I believe that the
And
second
they
fight
did
did
sell
good
the
numbers.
second fight.
No, I'm with Jared here because he said like, it's true. Like the second fight, I do believe it did decent numbers because there was a story. There was a story. There was drama. There was a 12th round. What's that?
The third fight has even more drama.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Why would?
Bro,
Doesn't.
what
What, all the
it doesn't.
lies?
What-
What
stop
drama?
it.
The lies? The lies?
No,
Bro,
the
That's
That's the
LTVC shit.
drama.
Okay, we got glove gate, board gate.
Oh.
Those are all lies and
Those
excuses. No, we don't have glove
Listen,
games,
listen,
water
listen.
gates.
Bro, let me see.
He's kind of right. Hey, wait up. He's kind of right, man. I've seen a lot of people say a certain fan base mostly, but I have seen people use the excuses to hype this fight up. I have seen it.
It's
Bro,
very
there's no
popular.
tickets available for this
Yeah,
fight.
no,
People
what
don't want to
is-
see that.
Glovegate is very popular, and that it just a lot of
Amongst people like you.
You're joking, man.
make
it's trending.
excuses.
It's trending, bro. It's trending, bro. You're talking about it right now. It's trending. Come
You're
on.
talking about it. You're bringing
You're
it
talking
up.
about it right now. You are talking about it too.
You're
Okay,
You're insane, man.
Okay, then.
No such thing.
Nobody cares about. Recognize. Are you there?
Hello.
What's up, man? Hey, do you think this fight has more drama than the second fight?
No.
Like coming into the. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no.
Bro, yes, it does.
I think the only people that think that are like airheads.
Haitian.
Bro,
Asian.
recognize.
I wasn't even
Do you-
talking.
do
I
you-
wasn't even
do you
talking
not-
to you.
No, do you not know? Do you not?
Shut your mouth. I
Bro.
wasn't talking.
Bro, shut up, bro. You over there. Did you play bingo today? Did you play bingo? So come on,
Listen, little man, go wash my car, all right, and
bro.
drive.
Bro, did you play?
Shut your mouth. I already paid you. Go
Go
wash
get
my
new
car.
Walker. Go get new Walker, bro. Okay.
Anyway, the first fight did 300,000 buys.
Terrible.
Yeah, 300,000 buys. I don't know what MMA said, but I'm sure it was an over exaggeration. And the second one did somewhere around 8 to 900,000 buys. I think this one is going to do like less than the second for sure. Maybe a little higher than the first fight. The reason I say that is because nobody knows this fight's happening. I'm talking about casuals. They don't know this fight's happening. All right.
What do you?
I'm just telling you, man. Nobody knows this fight's happening. I gotta remind them.
Nice.
Yeah,
Bro,
they're just like
casual boxing fans know about the stuff like they
Thinking
look
about
up in
social
boxing,
media.
they see.
You're thinking about
Yeah, they
social
look up
media. I'm talking about
boxing. Yeah, but I'm saying they look up boxing. They see glove gear, whatever. They see all this stuff, so they know about this fight. They know, about all this shit because it's very big in the boxing community. So even if you're a casual, you know about it. So they know their fight's happening.
Okay,
That's what I'm
but
saying, bro.
they know about it. They know, but why would you want to watch this fight? If you consider what happened in the second fight, like it was a mismatch, right? Like what? Why should you watch this fight again?
Why you should? Okay, the reason you should watch this fight. I mean, especially if you're casual, for curiosity. I mean, Wilder, we saw his training clips. He's looking better. We don't know if he.
No, he's looking that much better to you, Haitian.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, maybe the Haitian, but not to me. They show him like shadow, hitting the pads, and then they're training him to duck under punches. You know what he does? Because he's so, and maybe it's a glitch. Maybe he doesn't do this when the camera's on. But I'm gonna say I doubt that. You know how you would duck? You would duck under a punch coming forward. He does it going backwards. And the difference is that what's his name? His trainer. The fuck's his trainer's name again? Malik Scott.
Yeah.
Malik Scott is not trying to say, hey, that's a mistake and smack him in the fucking face on camera. You know what I'm saying? That's the only difference, right? Because Wilder probably has an attitude. So instead of like showing him like, hey, you see what happened? You see what I just did to you? I smacked you in your face because you try to go under the punch going backwards.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, bro?
So he's not correcting.
Even most people know when you duck under a punch, you do it going forward. You tilt, you duck down going forward. You don't duck backing up. You're gonna get clipped.
Can anybody even do that? I don't know, man. Like
he did. Go watch it.
Why would you even?
But then again, let me say this, bro. Wilder is in better shape, and we know, Fury. He had this thing with his daughter, all this stuff. He's not really, he's been off and off and training camp. Wilder has, I think he said, 3 training camps for this fight. 3 training camps, bro. So listen,
I can have 3 training camps and scratch my ass the whole time. It doesn't. It's what you do in the training camp. It's what you do in the training camp. I don't know what he's been doing. You can have 50 training camps. If you're not doing shit properly, then what's the fucking point?
Wilder looked ripped at the weigh-in of the second fight. He looked in great shape.
He looks in good shape now too, though. I saw a picture.
Oh yeah, of course he is. I mean,
he's always in shape. Yeah.
He's 6'7". He's probably going to come in at 235, Pucho. Don't be surprised.
Let me say this. Recognize. Also, we don't know if Fury's in his right state of mind, and everything for this fight. We don't even know if he's up for this fight because he didn't even want the fight, bro.
You can wish.
It's factual,
Wilder fans can wish.
I kind of agree with you, Haitian. Here's why I disagree with you. I kind of agree that that's a possibility, and if it is, then it might be, you might be in for an upset. Who knows? But that's not what I was arguing. You're arguing that this fight is more popular than the last 2 fights. And I don't see it, bro. I do not see it. I don't see people talking about this fight. Most of the guys that I keep in contact with outside of social media, they're boxing fans and they didn't know this fight was happening.
But the only ones who are Black American casuals who really know about this fight, the Black American casuals, they know about this fight, I want the black man to beat that white guy. They know about this fight. I think a lot of them will buy the fight. A lot of the casuals will buy this fight. I think it's gonna be better than you guys expected. I think a lot of people know about this. You guys might think I'm crazy, but I really do think this glove gate and all this stuff really promoted the fight. I really think it did, bro.
Well, you're right about one thing. I do think you're crazy, but everything else, everything else is just speculation. All that. Nobody cares about that Glovegate. Nobody even knows it happened, man.
Bro, you
Yeah, they don't even know it happened.
you guys made so much videos of
Yeah,
it, bro.
yeah,
Let's
I
be
did,
honest.
but
Yeah,
I'm a degenerate.
you're mistaking it.
Yeah.
You're mistaking social media for like the outside public, and unless they're following boxing on social media, they don't know about the Glovegate. They don't know anything about that.
We've been fighting.
Yeah, you're right. Like I made some videos about it, but that's me. I'm a fucking boxing junkie, degenerate. I'm gonna waste my time doing those things, but nobody cares, man.
To this day.
Nobody fucking cares, man. That's not enough
that's
incentive. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, that's just an excuse. Like that glove gate's an excuse, and that to me, I don't know if you guys remember, but to me that was like the LDBC made up excuse. Because Wilder first he came out with the suit excuse, and then he was quiet as fuck for like a while, forever, and then that's when his faithful followers just kept making up new ones and new ones and new ones.
Listen, I like to be unbiased. I don't like. That's why you see me. I say, oh, Fury's gonna smash Wilder and stuff, but I also give reasons why I think Wilder could win. So I'm unbiased, and the same thing with the Glovegate, bro. I look back at the footage of the fight. I could see, bro.
All right, here's the thing, Haitian. I understand anything can happen in boxing, especially when you have a guy like Wilder that punches really hard. But it's unlikely that he's gonna win this fight. It's unlikely that he's gonna win the fight. Now you're like staying on the fence here, saying anything can happen. I don't want you coming here if Wilder wins. I don't want you coming here and saying, "See, I told you guys," because you haven't told. As a matter of fact, I want you to give us a prediction right now. You're gonna be the first to give us a prediction, and I'm gonna
after you done, go finish cleaning my car. So, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you better give us a
My
prediction.
prediction is Wilder mid. Wilder mid. But I think Fury could win back. My official prediction is Wilder mid KO.
Can you give us a round? Doesn't really matter, but
give us a round.
Yeah, if you want.
Fifth round, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you got Wilder fifth round?
Yeah, I know you're gonna say, Wilder has no chance, but he does, bro. He does.
So you're saying Wilder 5 rounds?
Yeah, bro. I think so. Okay, so Wilder has no power. I understand. I agree with you.
I didn't say that. I said I wanted to get clear that what your pick was. You said Wilder in 5.
Wilder fifth.
Yeah. But I know you guys don't think Wilder has power, so yeah.
I don't think he has skills.
I don't think he has skills. I think he has power. Yeah.
So you're saying Fury doesn't have any skills, any power? Do you think Fury has power?
You have to have some skills to get a rematch with Tyson Fury.
No. It's called. You have to obey your contract agreement. Right. That's all that is. He didn't earn it.
Listen, bro. He knocked Tyson Fury down, and I could see, if any other ref called it a KO, the rematch wouldn't even happen. So let's not act like Fury has destroyed Wilder twice, because he almost
no. That second fight was one of the worst beatdowns I've ever seen in a championship fight.
Damn.
Okay, that was one of the worst.
You've seen a lot of fights, man.
Yeah, of course. I've been watching fights before Little Haitian Sensation was even thought of.
Bro, you don't even know how old I am, bro. So
Go watch my car, man. Go watch my car.
You're old head, bro. You're old head. I could wash your walker for you. I could wash your walker.
I want to thank Michael Poe for his contribution. Hold on. I want to thank Michael Poe for his contribution. Yes, I'm calling it. I'm calling it fix. I'm calling it. Fix is in. Fury loses. Still believe it. Yeah, Michael Poe has been saying that the fix is in. He's been saying that for fucking 6 months or something.
I gotta watch the fight. Maybe
we'll see, man. We'll see. But anyways, we're talking about Haitian. Yeah, I don't want anybody coming here. I told you it was like if you didn't make a prediction and we didn't write it down, don't fucking come here and tell us that you fucking predicted A or B or whatever.
But let me say this, Bucho.
Yes.
I'm just gonna ask you one more question.
Yes.
What do you think about the Fury's gloves in the Wilder fight? No, I'm saying you can't even answer it. That shows that you're getting destroyed right now.
On? Well, okay. Well, what was the question?
What about his gloves?
I don't know. Wait, I want to hear the question again.
His gloves looking floppy. Like I never saw that before. I've been watching boxing for a couple years. I never saw that.
I'm gonna answer. Well,
let me see. Bro.
I've said a couple of years.
You're fucking terrible, man.
Bro, I saw JGG versus Canelo. I saw a bunch of fights, bro. And I even rewatched old fights back in the day. Never saw that in my life.
Okay, hey, Fight Scout. Let me tell you, what kind of advantage would you get with a floppy glove?
No, but I'm saying.
No, I'm asking you, what kind of advantage would you get with a floppy glove?
Yeah. I'm curious.
It extends your reach. The
glove. Okay. But the damage.
But let me ask you a question. Ask you a question. You didn't even answer my question.
I said he looked. Okay. I'll
no,
answer
I'm
your question.
asking you.
All right. Why
did the gloves look like that? Why was it
coming off? Like the glove appeared to be coming off.
So the gloves were coming off. That's illegal.
Yes. But the referee was trying to help it. Didn't you see Wilder trying to push the glove back up? Or the referee sometimes doing it himself, like helping Fury?
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
Bro, you just admitted to him cheating. That's illegal. The glove coming off, bro.
No. Not if the gloves is coming off through natural sweat, water.
Yeah.
No, what the referee would tell you is we got to keep your gloves up. But now, if you're doing it purposely and the referee sees it, then he obviously he can penalize the fighter. You see, you listen, you don't question anything. People tell you stuff. This is part of you being young. So you don't. So somebody tells you something, it sounds good, and you just believe it. You don't rationalize and say to yourself, let me see if this makes sense. Or rather, you rationalize it. You rationalize it that somebody said it to you, and you're like, yeah, that sounds good.
While I'm asking you guys this question, because listen, what I like to do is I take what other people say and I test what they're saying. So I'm not saying I believe this. I'm testing what other people are saying. So you understand what I'm saying now?
Okay, but we just told you what we saw, and then you say he's cheated. He cheated. Like you're taking that from whatever somebody else said. You heard somebody say he cheated because of the glove, and you start repeating the same shit. No. You're repeating the same shit.
I saw somebody say and show evidence that his gloves did not look like a regular glove, bro. That's all.
Did not look like a regular glove? What do you mean?
Bro, you could put any other glove and you could put Fury's gloves, like flopping and stuff like that. Looks like no other glove, bro.
Okay, did you just say it doesn't look like another glove, and I'm supposed to be like, oh my god, look at that, look at the evidence.
So the floppy gloves ended up beating Wilder like that.
You bitch slapped him with a glove.
Bro, I'm asking you a question. Did it look like a regular glove?
Okay, listen.
Okay.
What Tyson Fury did.
Hold on, I have to something better. Okay, in the second fight, did Fury cheat?
Yeah. Did he cheat
with the gloves, or did you see anything weird?
It could be possible, but I don't think so. But
okay,
it could
so
be possible.
Who cares about the first?
I'm an open mind. All
right. So in the second fight, it doesn't look like he cheated according to you, and yet he managed to not only beat Wilder, he fucked up Wilder. He fucked him up. Like he wasn't even like the first.
Does he look like he could have cheated in the second fight? From the pictures I saw, from the evidence that I saw, like the pictures, it could have cheated. But then again, there has been no legal action or any statement from the commission saying that, so I can't officially say that he cheated.
Okay, so
you know what I think?
So what?
You know what I think, Haitian? I think that you've been brainwashed. In other words, right? So they kind of knew they were going to have a third fight, but after the beatdown that he suffered in the second fight, the reason why you don't see nobody suing anyone. Let me give you an example. So Wilder ain't suing Fury. That's not happening, right? The reason why he's not suing him is because there's nothing to that.
I
Fury,
heard a lot of people say he could sue him after he gets if he gets his belt back.
there's nothing to that. Okay.
Somebody LDB channel said
If he gets his belt back.
Somebody needs to mute Bombzilla. You need to mute your mic, man.
Somebody got.
Bombzilla.
hello.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
man.
lower that.
Your
man.
mic is. Your speakers are on the same.
Are
know
you
how to explain
gay?
it.
Hello.
Lower it.
Yeah,
Yo.
Bombzilla. We can hear ourselves. Okay, no, it's fine.
All right.
Can you hear me?
So the
Yeah,
reason why they're
turn
not
the
suing
YouTube
each
down.
other, the reason
Turn
why
the
they're not
YouTube
suing
down.
each other because they got a third fight where there's lucrative money on the table for them, and that's the reason why Fury doesn't mind what he said, and this accusation, a criminal accusation. This is why, and it's happening. Hold on, man. It's happening in Vegas. Okay, it's happening in Las Vegas. The same place where it happened, the same state athletic commission that it happened with a crime. That's a crime if you believe that. What Tyson Fury did was criminal. He broke a gentleman's agreement of a fight within the rules. Why would Wilder go back to the same place where a crime was committed on him?
I could tell you this though, bro.
No, you can't. You just
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I
No,
can. There is speculation. There is speculation.
But that doesn't mean
that Wilder. If
I
he
speculate
wins,
Wilder's a retarded. He's
no,
retarded.
no.
I speculate
No.
Wilder's a retard.
No. If
Does that
Wilder
make it
wins,
true? Maybe.
if Wilder wins, a lot of people are saying that he could sue Fury if he wins after the fight.
Oh,
You see,
that's ridiculous. What if he cheats again?
Wouldn't you want to
Oh, the
get your belt
cult
back
of
then?
Wilder.
Holy crap.
Wouldn't you
These
want to
people
get
are
your belt
insane.
back then, Sue? Come on, bro.
Yeah, I don't think.
No. That doesn't make no sense that he would try to sue him. So the accusation is he committed a criminal act against me in the second fight. Now I beat him in the third fight. Now I want to sue him for what he did in the second fight. The judge is going to dismiss it. Yeah. It's going to say this has no, what's the word? This has no grounds.
Remember when Ortiz got cheated by Wilder in the first fight?
Yes. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah. Nothing happened.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got about 10 more seconds to heat up.
Oh, I was talking about the hitting behind the head, man.
Yeah, well, and what Wilder's got a metal arm, isn't he? Apparently he's not very,
Okay, and Fury.
all his fights. I mean, he has got good knockout power, but all his opponents, all they've done was walk forward and get knocked out.
But you was talking about Wilder cheating, but Fury, he was leaning on Wilder and was him behind the head. Facts. Look it up.
You've got all the favors. Fury is an Englishman in America. How can you moan about not having all the advantages?
Bro, he was literally leaning on Wilder and him behind the head, and nobody said nothing.
The referee was on your side.
Yeah.
In the second fight, I'm sure he was on your side. I swear to God, he was on your side.
He could have ruled a couple of knockdowns after the first one, and he didn't. He didn't do it.
I remember that.
He actually.
You know what though? I've got to admit though, I start to listen. I try not to be a biased fan because I'm a fan of Fury's. I try to hear it from the Wilder point of view, but it just seems like they're very cultish, and it seems like they want to listen to each other.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a cult, though, isn't it? It's like a real cult. The Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah, it's nothing, right? Why would Wilder?
The truth is, though, is Joshua should have faced Wilder, and he shouldn't have let Wilder. He should have let Fury back in the race. The problem is Joshua should have faced Wilder. He just faced all those other crap opponents that no one wanted. That was the big fight.
Sorry, you cut off, man. I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think personally,
I like the passion of where this fight is coming from because they feel cheated. So that's the big selling point. That's the only thing they can hang on to is they think that Fury cheated.
But I also want to say this. I'm going
That's the
clear
only
again right
thing that's
now.
making this third fight interesting is that they think he was cheated.
Bumzilla, I want to say this. I want to clear my name. I'm just bringing a wilder perspective. Because, listen, everybody on this panel thinks Fury win. And if nobody is picking Wilder or something like that,
Well,
it's gonna
Fury's
look
just
like
had a
bias.
kid, didn't
It's
he?
gonna
He
look
just had a
biased,
kid and
man.
all that. He had coronavirus, so he could get complacent.
He
Nothing
does
is
not have
guaranteed now.
coronavirus.
Nothing's
He does not
guaranteed.
have. He did not have
Well, he might
coronavirus.
have had it.
No, actually, he did not send his negative virus test to NSAC. That's facts. Look it up on boxing scene. So he didn't send it. It's fake, bro. It's proven that's fake. He didn't send his negative COVID to his
So you think that
his
Fury's
positive
backing of Bob Arum is more powerful than Al Heyman? Because who is he protected by, Fury, in America? I think Wilder's got more protection in America than Fury has.
That's what I kept saying all the time. Apparently, Al Heyman's supposed to be this big guy, right? So
I'm saying I don't think Fury has the same confidence as you guys. Because if he did, he could have got the fight like months ago. You guys know this. If he just would have signed the contract, you know.
Listen, Deontay Wilder cherry-picked Tyson Fury, and that's a fact. He 100% cherry-picked him on that first fight.
Why didn't Fury just sign the contract instead of like doing all this stuff, bro? Because he had a legal contract. You can't get out.
Listen, this is what's happened, yeah? Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua have been cherry-picking for so long, and sometimes it just goes wrong.
Bro,
They just cherry-pick too much.
You're a fanboy.
I'm not a fanboy. I
admitted
admit
that
Tyson
you're
Fury has faced some shit opponents. He's only got better in these last couple of fights. He only gets good in these big opponents. I'm not saying he's had amazing fights over the years. He only gets better as the opponent gets better. That's what I've noticed with Fury.
Yep, that's a good observation. Me too.
I don't think he's ever been a showcase like the way Anthony Joshua's been built up. But, you know, watching that Anthony Joshua fight versus Usyk, I was really disappointed because you know what?
Let me say this, Bumzilla. I'm gonna ask everybody at the panel. If Wilder wins, what will you guys say? On the live.
You know what? He wins, isn't it? And that's it. I'm not going to be upset.
What about you, Recognize?
It is what it is. He beat him. I'll say, yeah, he beat him. And if he does beat him, more likely that means that Wilder changed his game plan. He learned how to do certain things because he realized that his fanboys were wrong. In the sport of boxing, you have to know how to box. Absolutely, you need to know how to box. You can't just throw one punch and rely on that. And he'll never go undefeated. That's over with. Right?
Yeah.
And it'll prove exactly everything that I've thought.
Yeah, the 2 wins against Luis Ortiz is good. There's not many fighters that do back-to-back high-level fights like that, is there? There's not many fighters that do that. But the Dominic Brazil win, that was a bit suspect, wasn't it? You know, the first round stoppage. What was that about? I mean, you know, Brazil, I don't know.
That's his power. He literally...
but he got back up.
No, that was a fix. No one just sits there and goes, I'm going to walk in front of... I don't know. Some of his fights have been suspect.
I agree with Zilla, but look, I don't have no evidence of that, but that fight does look... Why the fuck would you just walk?
Because he's stupid.
You know,
into a right hand.
Because he's an idiot.
Was Wilder.
He's limited.
Crazy. Yeah, you gotta be crazy.
That's proven that Otto Wallin isn't a bad fighter then, because he beat Dominic Brazil and he's going to face Dylan White. I don't know who's going to win that fight.
You see, Otto Wallin gave obviously if you
Tyson Fury.
He gave Tyson Fury a way better fight, right? So you go off that, and you're like, oh, then Wilder should be.
But is it because Deontay Wilder can't box on the back foot and he's never done it in any of his fights ever?
He can't.
So Malik Scott, I don't know what he done. Did he not take a dive against Deontay Wilder?
I mean, that's a lot.
It looked like a dive. Maybe it wasn't a real dive, but it looked like a bit of a.
Either that or Malik Scott is a coward, right?
He blew
Let
him
me say
over.
this, bro. Wilder, he's looking like he's open to learn new stuff. He's got a new team. He's
Yeah, but you
learning.
see the
Well,
fear in
let
Wilder's
me,
eyes. It
bro.
sounds like a
Yo,
bit.
yo, yo, Bumzilla, don't interrupt me, bro. I didn't interrupt you. So let me say this. He looks better than before. We can all admit that. Okay? He does look better than before. And I think he can get better. Okay? So don't underestimate Wilder, is all
No,
I'm saying.
I haven't underestimated him. I remember when I watched that Arthur Spilker fight. That's one of my last good fights, and I thought, wow, that was a bad knockout, man. That was like murder.
Yeah, because listen, you could be outboxing Wilder.
Why didn't he ever
Boom.
unify the belts then? Why
Wait,
didn't he
I'm
ever
saying,
try and do
let me
anything in that 5-year reign?
bro, Bumza. You could be outboxing him, and then boom, that right hand comes, right? Like we saw
Yeah,
with the Fury fight.
But
He's
what Fury
outboxing
proved that he got
oh,
up. Now, not many people can get
oh,
up, and no one
Bumzilla,
respects Fury for that.
Bumzilla. He got he was outboxing Wilder, and then boom, right hand came in the 12th round, I think, and the ref gave him extra time. He got it, but we know if any other ref was there, it would have got stopped, bro.
Yeah, well, something suspect happened in the Anthony Joshua versus Usyk fight, didn't it?
Hold up.
Well, in the 12th round, they threw the white towel. And and I put money on it, and I lost money. I can't believe that. I put money on Usyk to win, £60 I could have won, and he just didn't. I don't know how he didn't win that fight by stoppage. Now thinking about it,
Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury extra time. That's bullshit. First of all.
well, Usyk and also in Joshua, sorry, that fight in the 12th round, they waved the white towel. Did you not see it?
Yeah,
I
but what
did. I
we
have to
talking
look at
about?
it again. I didn't see it.
Let me say this, bro. I
Listen,
think
the
you
biggest
can't
fight in
stop
history was Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, and now all they need to do is face each other. That's the only fight that's left.
Bumzilla, let me say this.
Deontay Wilder needs to fight Anthony Joshua next. When he loses to Fury, fight Anthony Joshua.
Bumzilla. Actually, it's actually proven that AJ ducked $50 million, and AJ admitted it. He did, so you can look it up. But anyway,
It's not proved.
No,
listen,
I
why
don't even
I'm
That's
think
not
not
a
it
it.
happened.
Tyson Fury
No,
fan, bro. I
What was in the
like him.
contract?
bro?
What was in the
AJ
contract?
said out of his mouth. You don't have to believe me. AJ said, "Quote:
No, I don't believe
I
you.
didn't. Listen, you
Listen,
can look it up.
Anthony
You don't
Joshua
have to
wanted
believe
all
me.
those belts,
Let me say
right?
this.
So he can
Why are
fight
you
easy
bringing up
opponents.
insignificant things? Why are you bringing up fight
AJ said,
MMA?
I
MMA.
didn't sign the contract because I had a thing with uh, BT Sports and I can't go over there to that network. So he
So that's
said,
not ducking.
fine.
That's not ducking. That's not ducking. That's called being smart. I don't want to get
But
sued.
Wilder still signed the contract. He did.
I think,
Yo,
to
who
be
gives
honest,
a shit?
Fury
No,
and
hold on, guys,
Joshua and
guys,
Wilder, they both
Hold
ducked
on,
each
guys. Hold
other,
on.
and they
yeah.
destroyed
Recognize.
boxing. By
Let's
them two not fighting, they made Fury come back in, and he's proven so
Let me
far that
say
Hold that.
he's
this.
the man in the division.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Go ahead, King Butcher.
First of all, why are we talking about? I mean, are we seriously going back to the $50 million, whatever they offer? Shit, come on, guys, let's fucking move on.
MMA's trying to take this
Yeah,
backwards
he's trying to.
so
No,
he
no,
can
no,
make
no.
this
We're not
fight
going there.
significant. Yeah.
By the way,
I mean,
I
no.
just posted
Actually,
Haitian.
Bumzilla.
I just posted the picture of Deontay Wilder. Well, the like, how do you call this? A drawing or the concept for his new costume
Look
that
at
he's
that
gonna be
dress.
wearing? It looks like the
that
one.
bloody dress he's gonna wear.
He looks like Sauron from
Sauron.
Sauron. Yeah, look at that shit. What is this? Anyways, Haitian. Let's stick to the third fight. Sorry. Well, what's the point of going on? Like, come on. And we're talking about
Okay, but let me
Joshua
say
now.
this. You
Who
can't
cares?
stop a determined man. Okay? And yes, the guy has more skill to yes, but let me say this.
Smell the fucking thing.
He might have more skill than you, and more talent. But if you're determined and you're working harder and you have revenge in your mind, nobody can stop that. Nobody can stop a man with a hard work ethic, with determination in his mind. Facts. It's proven.
Well, he already got beat. He already
proven
lost.
facts, bro.
He already lost.
Proven fact.
And I think sometimes these fucking rematches, they need to stop, you know? We need to move on now. Let someone else be a champion. Let someone else have a go. It's just getting greedy now. And how many rematches does Joshua and Wilder need? They need to move on and give the other guys a go, isn't it? Because there's plenty of other guys out there who deserve a world title shot by now.
But I don't want to hear nobody saying if Wilder wins that there needs to be a fourth match for Fury.
Well, if there is, I don't know. But it just seems like the WBC doesn't have that many mandatories, and you get more freedom when you're with the WBC. It seems like the best belt, but maybe in reality, it's the...
Listen, it's not the best belt. WBC is corrupted. I'm not even gonna. We don't even need to get into this because there's proven facts that WBC is corrupted. You know, I could bring up multiple stuff that loopholes in WBC. But anyway,
Yes. Yeah. The WBC is definitely corrupt, and they definitely helped out Wilder. I agree.
And how can it go? Vitaly Klitschko, then Wilder, and there's been no decent he's not had that many decent pay-per-view fights when he was the champion for 5 years, has he? He's not really had many, apart from the 2 Ortiz fights, maybe, and the few fights. There was not much big.
Bro, let me
Joshua. They keep saying they want to fight Carlos after Vladimir Klitschko. Joshua went straight into the Wilder fight if he was the real deal. But no, he had to face Carlos Takam. So you realise that.
Bro, why are you talking about Joshua? We're talking about the trilogy, bro. What's wrong with you?
Okay, sorry.
You were going everywhere too, MMA. So
I don't even know what you're talking about, Hazel. Come on.
I think the real fight that
I don't know
what the public wanted to see was Joshua versus Wilder, and that's a shame that it never happened.
Bro, we're talking about the trilogy.
Trilogy.
Do you not know?
All I know is why is it all about costumes? How comes every time you see people on YouTube, every time a box does a fart, they always make a video about it? You know, why is it all about costumes? What he's gonna wear?
Yeah. Are you Bumzilla? Are you a casual? Bumzilla.
I like Tyson Fury. I've met him once at the Billy Joe Saunders versus Willie Monroe fight. I met him there once, and he's very friendly.
Wait, Bumzilla, this is no disrespect. I'm serious accent. Like, would you call yourself like a casual? I'm asking for a reason.
I say I like boxing, but I don't like watching shit. I would rather watch an American boxing fight and sometimes an English boxing show. Because I feel like the best fights are in America.
Are you a casual boxer? Like, you don't really watch that much. You only watch the big fights.
Fights that make sense, yeah.
So the big fights. Okay.
Errol Spence versus, I was upset that Errol Spence didn't face Pacquiao. That was quite disappointing why that didn't happen.
Okay, so, and you know about Glovegate, right? You know, do you know a lot about it?
Yes, okay. And I heard about Nick Asbury, that video there, but I would hate to think that Fury cheated. If Fury cheated, I would never watch boxing again. If I thought he cheated against Wilder, I would never watch.
Don't entertain that. There's no evidence to suggest that he cheated. Okay, you're entertaining bullshit. That's all it is.
Yeah, but it's quite. You see, this cult of Deontay Wilder, what he's created, is quite
creepy.
It starts getting. It is kind of, and his fans are die hard, and you've got to respect that. You got to respect die hard fans. They'll die for Deontay Wilder.
I say weirdos. That's what they are.
Yeah, mate.
They're fucking delusional.
Yeah. So who is the real deal in the division, and who is the best fighter? You think?
I think right now it has to be Usyk and Fury.
Do you think that fight happens?
Well, it's kind of weird that you hear that Sean Porter knocked him out.
Sean Porter knocked out who?
Usyk in the amateurs.
Did he knock him out or he beat him on points?
Maybe beat him on point. I'm not sure. I read an article. I don't know if it's true or not. I can't find a video for it.
I think Usyk was 19 or 20 years old. I think 19. And he was fighting at 165 at the time. So, I don't know. Could have been, he could have not been as good as
he could have been weight trained.
Yeah, it could have been many things. Yep, it could have been many things.
but the amateurs is not, and we saw before. There's guys who did trash in amateurs and became great legends. So the amateurs, let's not really go off of that, you know. And that's only one fight. Usyk did great in the amateurs anyway. So
Yeah,
I think
Usyk
it's
is
a good.
when I watched Usyk, he's an amazing fighter, isn't it? He beat everyone so far. You can't take. I think he was playing possum in the Derek Chisora fight and the other guy's fight. I don't think he showed his real self then. I think he
I
just.
think Usyk fights to the level of the fighter also a lot of times, like kind of like Fury does. I think no, obviously I think he's more serious about like face. I think they're both serious, honestly, but sometimes it's to the way the style that they're facing. And so when he fought Chisora, which I always knew when people was like, oh well, Chisora gave him a good fight, and so
What, the
therefore that
first Chisora
automatic
fight or the second Chisora fight?
right, but they
Because
automatically
Fury made Chisora quit. Or he's.
oh yeah no I'm talking about Usyk versus Chisora. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, and I
The
suppose when you
narrative.
watch boxing on Sky Sports, you get very biased. They're very. They're not really. It's not really a fair boxing channel. You know what I mean? They only choose their favourite fighters.
Yeah.
There's no really fair boxing platform, is there? When you think about it, there isn't.
Bucho, I want to ask you a question. If Wilder doesn't knock him out in the round, I say, but he still knocks him out, would I kind of get it still correct?
No, but you would be kind of correct, but you wouldn't be 100% correct. But hey, I'll give you credit because I don't think he's gonna knock him out. So yeah, sure, you'll get some credit.
Well, I had a nightmare that Deontay Wilder put on a mock boxing masterclass and outboxed him. This is a nightmare I had. I don't think it was real though. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I thought, no.
That is a nightmare.
Bro, like you're in
Hey,
some freakish stuff, bro.
Haitian, hold on. I know you made your prediction, but if Fury knocks out Wilder, don't come
Again.
here and say, "Well, I said that anything could happen," because that's come on.
Yeah, we don't want to hear that.
Nah, I told you anything could happen. No. You made your prediction.
Nah.
Okay, bro, we have a deal. Actually, let's bet $50. Anybody,
Well, I'm going to be putting money on the 12th round.
Anybody on the Discord, anybody on the chat, bet $50 Wilder KO. If you got Fury, put $50 on it now. Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah. Well, I might put money on Fury to win, and I will.
Yeah, I can't blame you after the rematch.
Yeah.
Going with Wilder is just a feeling, right? Oh, it's a gut feeling, but going with Fury is like evidence. Go look at the rematch.
Exactly.
But why don't no one ever want to give Fury no credit though? Why? Because he's a white. There's not been many white fighters that have beaten black fighters. It's quite a rare.
No, it happens a lot. It happens a lot.
It does. I suppose it happens. Like, you remember that marvelous Haggard versus Minter? They started to throw flipping chairs in the ring. That was a real race war. If they was really angry, why did they throw chairs? That's fucking throw bottles.
Let's not get too racial. But let me see this, bro. The Wilder and Fury fight, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think Wilder will knock him out. And if you don't think Wilder has a chance to knock him out, I don't think you know.
Everyone always underestimates Fury. Everyone, even his own Englishmen have underestimated him for years.
Bro,
they always said he was never going to beat Klitschko. He was never going to do this. And they would do that. Fury's always been the underdog. He came to America. He was a cherry pick gone wrong. That's the fact. We have to. But won't you accept that? You can accept that Deontay Wilder did cherry pick Fury in the first fight. Can you accept that?
Bro, Bumza, everybody but me is picking Fury to win. Okay, so how is Fury the underdog and everybody's picking him to win except me?
Usually Fury is the underdog. And I always prefer it when Fury is the underdog. And I still think he is, because he's got the American judges. Everything is on favour of Deontay Wilder when he goes to America.
Good point.
So Fury's always been the underdog, and he always performs better when he's the underdog, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, it gives them motivation.
Yeah. Not everyone doubts him. How many? Even his own Sky. Only people that back him is Frank Warren and his people. That's it. Everyone else doubts Fury all the time, and we've proved them wrong.
Yo, 150 year, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's up?
Man? Good,
hey,
bro.
Yo, salute to everyone, the chat and well, not the panel, the Discord this time. First time being on BDA, it's an honor. Shout out to everybody.
Welcome.
Who you got, bro? Who you got?
Hi.
I got Fury stopping Water.
Cool.
I'm gonna say 10. I think Water's gonna last a lot longer than he did last time, but I'm going for that stoppage. I think Fury gonna stop him. I just think Fury.
What I want to know is what happens when Fury marches forward and starts jabbing him in his face. Is he going to do anything different?
He's going to
that
circle
jab,
around.
that powerful jab.
Wilder's going to jab, move, circle.
When has Deontay Wilder ever showed any head movement?
No, he's shown head movement.
Apart from giving Malik Scott head movement.
Banzilla, he's shown head movement in his training videos. They're obviously working on
fuck off training videos. That's all for show, isn't it? That's not for real. When has he shown it in a fight?
Working on his training, on his. So
you won't accept that he was the most protected WBC champion ever, then?
He's working on his head movement, bro. He is. I think he could. Listen, bro.
You can't just work on head movement. That's a 30-year-old. That's a 30-year practice. You can't just start doing head movements.
You think head movement is hard, bro? You can using head movement is not hard, bro. You could just slip
using head movement like second nature. Yes, it is. You got to be learning that since
recognize.
Start,
so
yeah, you can't learn that in a year. What Fury's got. Fury may not have the most power. He may not look the most glamorous, but he has got good defense and good footwork. And that's what made him champion.
Nobody's saying in their life that moving your head is hard to do. Slipping is hard to do, bro. Really, bro?
When has Wilder ever done that, though? Show me efforts of when he's ever shown great defense. In the Bermain-Severn fight, the first one?
Listen, let me say this. Just because, we saw, plenty of fights. The one guy knocks the guy out brutally in the first fight, and then the second fight, the guy gets his revenge and knocks him out. Okay? That happened before, bro. So don't get your hopes up too much.
Okay, what's up, BDA? It's good being on the Boxing Debate podcast. But I just want to say one thing. Wilder's defense is not good. It's never been good. Go look at the second fight. Even when he's moving around the ring, he's narrowing his stance as he's trying to get away. He's just fundamentally, it's off. His technique is horrible, and it will punish him. It will punish him, and he will end up getting hurt because he has bad technique, and he just doesn't know how to move around a ring properly.
That's what I'm saying, man. I think Fury's just skills, like his skill. If you compare both of their skill sets, Fury's just on a different level compared to him. That's all it is, man. Like Wilder has shit technique. You know what I'm saying? He throws fundamentals all out the window. All he knows is the right hand, bro. And he could probably knock Fury out. It's a possibility, but Fury got a chin. He didn't even knock him out the first time. He got up. So, like, what can you say then? You know what I'm saying?
And he's fucking did a second.
What's that? The hell? No, it's...
Use the jab to the body and jab to the body. Use the body shot. And then come upstairs. Kind of like throw for real. Go to jab to the head and then come up body shot, something like that. And I think he should make Fury, because Fury doesn't even think Wilder can improve, right? And thinking your fighter, your opponent can improve, that's
just
very
go
bad.
around losing
That's
every
very
single
bad.
round and think that you can knock out everyone all the time. It doesn't work all the time.
Bombzilla, thinking you're like Fury said in the press conference, he doesn't even think Wilder can like he's gonna revert back to his old ways. You don't know if he's going to do that. You'll find out Saturday.
Has Fury ever been wrong in his predictions, though?
No,
Fury
but let me
doesn't
say
really
this.
track shit that much. He
Bombzilla,
doesn't track when it comes to big fights. Fury never lets you down.
Bombzilla, stop being a fanboy. Let me say this: you can't be overconfident like that with a fighter. So come on, bro. Fury.
Dude, the fight hasn't even
There's
happened
plenty
yet. How do
of
you
big
know
fights after that for Wilder. You know what I mean? You can fight Joshua next. You fight the loser.
The fight hasn't happened yet, so you don't know if he's overconfident. What are you talking about, MMA?
I'm saying he said, "Oh, Wilder's gonna revert back to his old ways." You don't know.
He might, yeah. You.
Nah, he will. He will.
What you do
as
is
a fighter.
You do what as Tyson Fury. Your job when you're facing an opponent, Wilder, is to get him back to doing what he's always done.
As a fighter, you should be thinking of fighters. Your opponent's gonna come.
No. As a fighter, after I beat you already, I'm trying to make you do the same fucking mistakes.
Bro. Listen. As a fighter, you should.
I'm not here to make shit easy for you.
Expect your opponent to be on your A game. I've boxed before, so you don't know what you're talking about, clown.
You clown.
Yo, listen, man.
Listen, Wilder has a puncher's chance, okay?
That's all he has. That is all he
puncher's
has.
chance.
Exactly. That's all he got.
All he has.
He's not done. When you think about it, if it wasn't for that knockout punch in the second Luis Ortiz fight, or the first Luis Ortiz fight, he would have lost those fights.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And he got lucky as well in that first Luis Ortiz fight. They cheated Ortiz, I think, as well.
Look, I'm just saying, bro, you gotta look at it like this. I agree with recognize on him resulting back to what he know. I can see that happening, because you can't teach an old dog new tricks, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he's only training like this for this fight. It's not like he was doing this all his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's just not gonna use
you remember when Wilder took that body shot? It didn't look like a hard body shot.
Damn, Boomzilla. No, I'm good now. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Boomzilla. Go ahead.
Wilder took that body shot and he fell over. It didn't look like, when Fury punches, it doesn't look like there's lots of power in it, but there must be, innit? Because he fell over.
He tripped.
That's a 173-pound man. Of course, he's gonna have force behind it.
But let me see this.
That's what I keep saying.
Okay, we saw Fury. He never looked like he did before in the Wilder fight.
That is the Kronk style,
Don't stop me, bro. What is wrong with you? Are you autistic? Okay.
Are you?
Wilder? Listen.
Are you a Wilder cult fan, girl boy?
Bro. Stop interrupting me, you clown. Okay.
Listen,
Wilder.
Keep make your point and make it fast, man.
Okay. Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Fast.
I'm making it fast, but you interrupting me. Alright, so listen. Fury.
Don't ever interrupt him.
Okay. Fury, we never saw him fighting like that before in the second fight. We hit him coming forward, and putting pressure on Wilder.
Because he learned that from the 12th round in the first fight. He realized that he had his number.
You hold. Shut up, bro. Shut up,
He still has it.
You're the hole. You're the hole. I'm the pimp.
Shut up, man.
I don't even know what to say anymore, man. Listen. Listen, MMA. I don't know what you're saying. I'll be honest with you. I really don't.
Because
nah. Even when you talk for like 5 minutes straight, like I still don't understand where you're coming from.
Listen. We'll find out.
What I mean by that is you're saying.
What do you mean you'll find out?
If you're wrong, I will be clowning you. I'll be trolling you.
Remember the white towel? The white towel. That's all I remember. Is white towel. The white towel got thrown in.
Yes.
Listen, we're not talking
the white towel got thrown in. You got saved for another day. That's all I remember. He got saved for another day by his, and then he blames his own bloody flipping breathing.
Let me say this: Wilder, he literally went to go out and shield. If you can't respect that, then you're an idiot. You can't
No,
respect
no,
the
no.
contract.
Oh yeah. So what? He wants to be in a wheelchair like McCannon,
I
and
would rather
dribbling.
be. Listen, I would rather be in
Go
a.
out on your
Like,
shield.
listen,
That's
Bunzo,
all
I
good
would
and
rather be. I'll
in
tell you right
hindsight,
now.
but in
I'll say
reality,
that if I was Wilder, I would
he's
rather be in.
lucky
I
Breland
would
threw in that
rather be.
towel. Let's get that
I would
right.
rather be. I would rather be in a wheelchair than quit. I would rather be in a
Ah,
wheelchair
you
than
That's
say
what
that
you
now,
say
man.
now. That's
Trust
what
me.
you
Like,
say
come
now.
on.
But when you're in a fucking wheelchair,
You are not in that ring.
Oh
You
yeah.
know how degrading quitting is? Wilder, and you know Wilder has a big ego, so why would he wanna quit, bro? He wanted to
Yeah,
go out on his
because
own,
what happened was he got protected for all his life, and he had
bro.
all these.
Mark
Yeah, I don't
Breland,
know.
listen, you guys are defending Mark Breland. He was not supposed to, what he was not supposed to do. He signed a contract saying he would
But
not
before
throw the towel
Mark
in.
Breland, he was doing really well before that fight. Mark Breland was a really good trainer for him, and he stuck by him.
Let me say this.
Did Kenny
Wild,
Bayless stop the fight?
no,
I think
Mark
they both
Breland.
did. They
Yeah.
saved him
It was
for
like
another day.
Yeah, it was like
So
Listen,
simultaneous.
let me say this. When you have a contract,
You're
when you
getting
have a
beaten by
contract
that white devil.
When
You're
you
getting
have a
beaten.
contract, when you have a contract not to throw the towel in, and you throw the towel in, should you not get fired? You just signed the contract.
I don't believe
no,
that in the
no,
contract there
no,
was
no,
said
no.
no towels. That's
First of all,
absolute nonsense.
that's fucking nonsense. That's
Ben Davison was throwing his hairdryer if he thought Fury
listen.
was getting killed.
Wilder's mind is as shitty as his boxing skills. He does not know what the fuck he's talking about. This has been happening since the beginning of time. Okay, your big
I want to have a
bro,
baby. I want to have a baby like a woman.
yeah, your big brother sees you getting your fucking ass taxed, not even beat. You're being taxed, meaning he's not beating you up anymore. He's trying to fucking kill you, embarrass you. Your big bro steps in and says, "My brother had enough." That's it. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if my bitch brother, who's getting his ass beat the fuck up, has a problem with me stopping the fight. I will tell you straight up, you were getting destroyed. You were getting taxed. You were getting demolished.
You can't let that happen.
He wasn't beating you anymore. He was embarrassing you.
He was embarrassed.
snatching your soul from your body. So fuck Wilder. Wilder and what he thinks. Because Wilder, hold on. Wilder's boxing skills put him in that situation. All right? It was Wilder's boxing skills that put him in that situation more than anything.
Yep. As a trainer, I don't give a fuck who you are. You are not gonna let the guy you train get his ass demolished and not bend and save him, regardless of whatever fucking shit. Hell no. It never.
I don't think
boxing history has been known. If you're getting your ass whooped, you better throw in that towel or fucking save your fucking fighter. Period.
Yeah.
Do you think Breland knew in the second fight that Deontay might lose?
Yeah, of course. As a trainer, you understand that anything can happen, right? So you're training someone, and he goes in there against another guy who's trained, and he wants to win. You might be confident in him, but you also understand that he could lose that fight. Okay, it's just common sense. Now, what he thought could happen in the back of his head, starting to happen, but it's happening at a very destructive level. What is he supposed to do? Because while this brain is shit, like his boxing skills, say, "Nah, I'm not gonna stop the fight." You go ahead, you fire me.
Bruh,
Listen, but I'm gonna tell you right to your face. I'm gonna tell you to your face, and that's what
Exactly.
Breland.
Yep.
Breland said
That's why I keep
killing you. He was killing you. He was killing you.
He didn't miss something with his word.
Now, if the fight goes like the second fight, I can actually see Wilder getting killed. Because I think he already told Malik Scott not to throw in that towel.
Good. Then maybe he deserves it. Yeah, maybe he deserves it.
What? Come on, I know you might not like Wilder.
No. Listen, if you don't respect the rules of engagement, right? So I got your back, and you telling me don't stop it. even if it's getting bad. Then if I listen to you and you end up brain dead, you got what you deserved. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that fighter McCannon would have liked it when he was fighting Nigel Benn? Would like to stop. Look at him now, isn't it? About you can't say that it should have been stopped a lot earlier. But no one cares because they're too bloodthirsty. So
yeah,
you know.
Let me be straight. Let me be straight up. I don't care what happens to Wilder. As a boxing fan, I don't care what happens to Fury either. I don't care what happens to any of these guys. I'm just looking at it as if I made a contract with Deontay Wilder, right? And I happen to respect him because he hired me. I'm gonna let him know that, dude. Even though I'm extremely confident that you can beat anybody, but if I see you in a bad situation where you're getting hurt, I'm gonna stop the fight. And if Wilder's like, nah, don't do that, and he somehow convinces me to still stay, if he gets hurt and brain damage, I don't care. That's on him, because he said, it's like saying, hey, don't go to Vietnam, you might get killed, and then the guy tells you, well, I'm willing to take that risk. Then he gets killed.
But as a human being, a responsible human being, you can't let people make those sort of decisions. The fighters need to protect them themselves.
I totally agree. That's why I say I doubt that there was this contract between Breland and Wilder that he couldn't stop the fight no matter what. I never heard of that. That's stupid. Like I said,
it wasn't like Fury was known for stopping or knocking out opponents, was it, ever? And he wasn't known for it recently. Only lately. The only time he's ever stopped anyone recently is Wilder, what I can think of in my mind.
You only stopped Wilder.
Slowly. He doesn't like
in his career, he's fought a load of nobodies. I can't remember him being so vicious like that. That was because he took up the Kronk style and he went with the right trainer and he got rid of that Ben Davis, and that was the best thing he could ever do. Made the right decision.
Fury had knockouts, bro. Look at his record.
Yeah, Fury did have knockout power. You're right about that. Fury had knockout power, and he did knock out.
Not in recent years. He didn't knock out Vladimir Klitschko. He didn't knock out.
He didn't. He didn't. But no, I know you're gonna laugh. But he did knock out Schwartz. Look, it's not the opponent. It's what you do to that opponent that shows what you're capable of doing. So he's always had that in him. The dude is 6'9" and he can go up to 275, right? Like, dude, you ever see his hands? Like when he's
massive.
Yeah, they're massive.
Massive.
Well, each fighter.
I think that was one of Fury's best ever wins, actually, against Wilder. I think that was his highlight reel.
Hey, Bumzilla, look. With Fury,
his best win, Klitschko.
Yeah.
Go ahead, G-Boogie.
Which each fighter, if you're a boxer, a prize fighter, you come into the ring. Each fighter each opponent is not going to give you the same as the last opponent. You understand? That's why you have to sit down, do your research, look at the fights, prepare yourself in your sparring, get people that emulates that person, whether he's lanky, whether he's strong or whatever, and then you practice that in the gym, and then you hone your ability. So when you prepared for your fighter, now come in and fight. You know what I'm saying? But this shit, like Deontay Wilder, he's preparing for Fury, but that shit, that body shot shit that he coming under and shit, dude, he gonna get hurt, bro. He gonna get hurt.
And I'm telling you right now.
And when has he ever thrown body shots?
Wilder doesn't have to say anything. Wilder doesn't have to tell me anything. I know he's not underestimating Fury. That's out the window now. Okay? When you get beat like that, you have a new respect for him. Even if you don't want to, your body remembers what that guy did to you. So when he looks at him, he gets flashbacks, and then his body has muscle memory. Okay, and they have flashbacks too. So when he goes in there, everybody's talking about Fury better not underestimate Wilder, and 100%. You shouldn't be underestimating your opponents in combat sports. You should never do that. But the guy that definitely will never underestimate him in his fucking life again is the other guy, Deontay Wilder. Because he took a beating, a fucking beating. That's facts, and you're going to have to live with that for the rest of your life.
We will rise again.
Facts.
That's right. He has to live with
Bro,
that. And
what are you talking about? Live with that the rest of my life, bro.
So,
I'm
Well,
not.
why you assume I'm talking to you? Why you assume I'm talking to you? I wasn't even talking. I'm talking to Wilder and his family.
Recognize. I know
Yo,
you
Wilder
are
and his
mental,
cult.
bro. I know
Yo, if
you're
Wilder
mental.
loses,
Ministry of Darkness.
what y'all think will happen? What do you think's next for him? You think he's done?
I think he needs to
He's
fight
gonna
Anthony
fight
Joshua
bums?
next.
No,
He needs to
Depends
fight
on how
Anthony
he
Joshua.
loses.
while you're
Come
losing,
out. He
That
asked the
sneaky
question.
right hand can knock out a lot of people.
Yes,
I
150.
mean, do
It
you
all
think
depends.
Dylan White ever had a chance against Deontay Wilder, even though he was the
Yes,
man that cheated about it?
absolutely. He has a chance. Of course.
Yeah, he has a chance. Yeah, go ahead, recognize.
No, to answer your question, it's all about how he loses the fight. Does he lose giving him a better fight? Does he go the distance? Does he? Is the fight like a split decision? Yeah, there's a lot of ways for Wilder to stay in the game. Does he lose by knockout? He hurt Tyson Fury. Let's say he dropped him, right, and almost had Fury out of there, and he got a little too careless, like Evander Holyfield versus Riddick Bowe. That didn't hurt. That didn't hurt Holyfield. You get what I'm saying? That actually people wanted to see him more because he beat up Riddick Bowe. There's plenty of ways for Wilder to stay in the game. The one thing he's got to avoid is getting his ass beat the same way. Okay, and I think there's a very.
How does he do it? How does he box on the back foot? Because Fury ain't gonna do what he done against Klitschko.
Don't let
tap him.
Don't let Fury make you fight on the back foot. That's how you do it. You don't let you.
But I don't see if Wilder can't land his punch quickly. I don't see him.
Well, you see, remember when Wilder fought Fury the first time, obviously Wilder wasn't on the back foot. So there is evidence.
No, Fury was too defensive,
right.
And I think when he got knocked down in that 12th round and he got up,
I'm trying to say, if I'm Wilder, I'm trying to get him to fight the same way. The first fight, because we could say what we want, right? And I think Fury did win the first fight, but he was getting outboxed for fucking 12 rounds, and then next thing you know, he still was able to land the finishing punches that he needed to knock him out. The only difference was Fury beat the count, right? That's basically all that happened. Okay, but what I'm saying is, if I'm Wilder, I'm trying to get Tyson Fury's respect to get him to fight on the back foot again, because that's where Wilder has the better chance to be aggressive.
I don't think Fury will ever go back to that back foot fighting. If he does, if he hesitates against Wilder and goes back to back foot fighting, then maybe Wilder has a chance. But if Fury goes back on the front foot, I don't think he has a chance.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're 100% right. But
that negative style boxing of Fury had to stop at some point. And I think Wilder is the one that made him realise.
If I'm Wilder, I'm just trying to keep it simple. I'm trying to keep this shit real simple. I'm not trying to be the fucking magic man from one fight to the other. I'm looking at the video and I'm saying, how did I get him not to come in like that in the first fight? And go look at that.
Only way Wilder can stop Fury from coming forward is to gain Fury's respect again. Land a big shot, whether it's the body or right on his temple. Make him, gain respect for you again.
But is Deontay Wilder a big telegrapher? He was always telegraphing his shots. You can always near enough see him coming.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, but
and that won't work on Fury if he starts telegraphing.
Right. How come he didn't slip the right hand that put him down, Fury?
Because he was coming off a big layoff in that fight. Wilder should really have done in Fury in the first fight.
First fight, Fury, when he got to Fury's problem was in that first fight, he was overconfident because he knew he can beat the shit out of him boxing. Okay, he knew that Deontay Wilder's skill level ain't up to his level, and he was playing around too much, and he got caught. And the first time he got knocked down, that was a punch behind the head. Okay.
Yes, that's true. That's 100. G Boogie's 100% right. Go watch that first knockdown, 6th round, I believe, or the 7th, whatever round it was, I forgot. But that
second round, he hit him on the back of the head.
Yeah, back of the head.
Like the side of the head, behind the ear, kind of.
Just like Ortiz, the Ortiz was around the back of the head.
So he won. Tyson Fury won 10 rounds in the first fight.
What's up, bro? What's up, 150, my bro? Salute, lad.
And he won about 8 rounds in the second fight.
What's that record on? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, in the second fight, he beat him every second of that fucking fight. So I mean, I'm not counting that. You know, that is.
I was so happy that day. I thought, oh my god, I was so excited. Yeah. But I was passionate about it. I was very happy about it.
I think that fight, you know, that performance is what it's got everybody hesitant on going with Wilder, and it makes perfect sense. You see, this is what gets me about Wilder fanboys, not boxing fans that happen to like Wilder. That's different. Wilder fanboys are shocked after the beating he just took that nobody has confidence in Wilder. It's up to Wilder to gain that confidence back, not the other way around. Not for us to be like, nah, we still trust him. It's up to him. And from what I'm seeing, if this is a boxing fight, you know, with the boxing rules and the same type of ring and all that stuff, I have to go with Fury. Are you mad about that?
I heard that Fury's not training properly. Is that true?
Bro, I think that's mind games. I think that's mind games, honestly. We know what Tyson Fury does.
That does sound like a Fury mind game.
Yeah, that's mind games, bro. Of course he's training, man. He has to. There's no way.
And you know when Wilder was wearing those headphones, he was doing it because he didn't want to get into the mind games. Because he would lose.
Fury looks like he's about 280 right now. Personally, he looks about 280 something.
Yeah, he looks heavier. I think he's coming in heavier.
Yeah, so who knows, man? He's probably
It's starting to prove, innit? Look at Andy Ruiz against Joshua. You know, all them bodies don't win you the fight. You can be a fat man with skills now. Don't have to be the biggest man even to win. So it just shows you it's skills that pay the bills.
I think Fury should come in at around 265, and he'll be lighter, faster. If you look at that second fight at 230, 73, he was gassing around 4th round. Then he picked it back up and put it to him because he saw he had him hurt. So that's why he imposed himself on him.
Yeah, I hope that Fury just goes on the straight foot and puts it on him. Doesn't give him a moment to think.
He just got to be aware of Wilder's right hand. If he can be aware,
he just needs to make sure that he feels that jab, that strong jab. Because before it was that flicky jab, and it was all right, but it was not. I don't know what. It was a good jab, but I mean, since he's gone with the Kronk, that guy there, it's made a big difference in the way he fights.
I call it a bend.
And he's coming to the end of his career now. So this is it now for him. There's not many more fights after this.
I'm not saying Sugar Hill's Emmanuel Stewart, right? Because Emmanuel, his uncle, I believe that was his uncle. His uncle was a legendary trainer that taught other people how to train fighters, right? And he did wonders for boxers. But I never saw an Emmanuel Stewart fighter go backwards, in other words, right? In skills or in what they want to do. They always get better with every single fight that they.
Look what Emmanuel Stewart done with Klitschko. He made him into a better fighter,
Yes. Yeah. Now remember, it's Sugar Hill. It's not Emmanuel Stewart, right? But Emmanuel Stewart might have the same philosophy in boxing. So that's what it seems like.
I just want to thank. Hold on, I want to thank some people who donated. Michael Poe donated, and he said, "Fuck, I forgot. Where is his super chat? Here it is. Michael Ball said, Bucho, put me down. Prediction Fury KOs. He says, bullshit politics making me question everything but Fury market. All right, so he's picking Fury.
Who's going to be the referee in this fight? That's what I'd like to know.
That's going to be very important. Hold on, guys. Just
I hope it ain't going to be Bayless again, because I don't know, man.
Bucho,
I think he's a fair referee, Bayless, actually.
Oh, let me just one more super chat. Pete Scalebender says, "Butcher put me down for a draw. The bronze bencher ain't going out like a second fight again." Woo woo. That benching shit was pretty sad.
All right, this is the biggest fight in boxing, isn't it? Yeah, this is the biggest fight in boxing.
Well, real quick, I was gonna say, I lost my train of thought. So somebody go ahead.
A draw. Pete, speaking of draw, do you guys...
I'm looking forward to Crawford versus Sean Porter. I see Crawford knocking him out though.
It's about boxing corruption, right? Boxing corruption. I understand being aware that this happens, but when you look at a fight, that's not how you predict a fight. Okay, you say, look, I think if you just go by the way they fight, I think this is what's going to happen. You go by their history, I think this is what's going to happen. Then you wait for the fight to happen. And if it doesn't go the way it goes, and it's legit, and you don't see no fuckery, it is what it is, right? If you see something, you have to wait to see if you do see something corrupt and make sure it's legit. Just don't make shit up. Then you bring it up. But there's too many people I could see, they're like, I mean, my common sense tells me Fury, but I see some type of boxing. Yeah, I think that way too. But just going off their history, I'm sorry, I can't pick Wilder to beat him. I don't care what kind of corruption you think they might pull off. I have no idea till the fight happens. Judging on the two fights, especially the rematch, no way am I picking Wilder over Fury.
No.
Exactly, bro. I agree, bro. It's like, bro, he got stopped, bro. And the 7th round at that, too. So it's like, what the fuck? How can I go for Wilder? You know what I'm saying? And his technique is shit on top of that. They shouldn't have a rematch anyway, bro. Like, man, if you're getting dominated like that and you're getting stopped, there should be no rematches, bro. It should only be rematches for close fights like Teofimo Lomba, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
Exactly 150. This rematch shouldn't even be happening, bro. Fury's beat this motherfucker twice. Why the fuck is his third fight even happening? It's the most useless trilogy in boxing. Shouldn't even be happening.
And guess what? Lucas Brown's fighting again. That bloody joker.
Yeah, who got it?
Lucas Brown. He got fucking destroyed, didn't he? And he's fighting again.
Who gives a fuck about him?
But you know, but some promoters put on some real nasty fights, don't they? They put on fights like Lucas Brown, and I remember watching Lucas Brown versus Dylan White, and he got murdered, Lucas Brown. But I saw Spencer Fear, and I said to him, "How can you? What was that? What was that? A spectacle? That guy wasn't even prepared to fight Dylan White. He looked like just came out of the gym."
Why is he getting brought up? Who gives a fuck about that?
He was the first ever Australian world champion, wasn't he?
Yeah, but if anyone knows about me, I go on race. Wait, listen up. I go on the white man, and Usyk just beat a black man the last fight. So a white man beat a black man. That's what I go on race. I don't go on nationality. I go on race. And who's the 2 heavyweight champions of the world? 2 white men.
We will rise.
Simple as that.
Well, hold on. Let me say this, bro. Lucas Brown was not the first Australian world champion in history, bro. You got to go back to life. Okay, maybe heavyweight.
All I know is the 2 heavyweight champions. What color are they? White. That's what I thought. Because I don't give a fuck about nationality. Fuck Australia. I care about race. And the 2 heavyweight champions, what are they? White. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I suppose that's quite rare. You don't get any.
Yo, what's good? I had to come in and drop my bomb squad, man. Holy shit! You know what? I'm actually hoping Wilder wins this fight because I think Wilder, he might be easier for Usyk than Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I agree.
But I also want to say this because I heard people complaining about the arbitration and why we're here. To be honest, if AJ and Fury fought, we still wouldn't have found out who the best heavyweight was. I mean, just keeping it real, we wouldn't have found out who the best heavyweight
Well,
was.
that's
Because
what everyone always believes, that negative narrative.
Hold on, bro. That's strike
Bro,
one. That's
stop
strike one.
interrupting,
Don't
bro. You've
make
been
me get to.
interrupting non-stop.
Yeah,
He's been
don't
interrupting
make me get to strike
guy on.
three.
All right, hold
But
on.
when it comes to AJ and Fury, I mean, thankfully Wilder did go to arbitration and get that fucking third fight. Otherwise, we never would have had fucking Usyk and AJ fight. So now we are one step closer to finding out who the best heavyweight is. If Wilder and let's say Fury beats Wilder, okay? Because I still think if Wilder knocks him out, it's kind of like, dude, it's kind of even at that point between the two. But let's say Fury goes in there and does a job on him, then we know the best two heavyweights are Fury and Usyk. So that's the undisputed fight. That's the fight between the best of the best. That's the best in the division.
Well, no, Fury is the best. Not Usyk. Usyk still has to beat Fury. Can't be two bests.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is we don't know who the best is until we get undisputed, in my opinion.
There are two top dogs at heavyweight.
Well,
Usyk
Josh would
and
never
Fury.
wanted the
Yeah, I'm
undisputed
about to
fight.
say, yeah.
Hey,
You got
stop
two
that
top
shit,
dogs,
bro. Stop that shit. We could, I'm sick of just pointing the finger. To be honest, I think both of these guys knew undisputed was never gonna happen. You know what it was? It was AJ ducking Usyk, and it was Fury trying to duck Wilder. Because I think, look, even though Fury beat the fuck out of Wilder, it would still be like, it's still got to play in your mind. If I fight him a bunch of times, surely he's gonna chin me once. That's the thing. He could lose, dude.
Nah, he can definitely lose. Yeah. Nah, that's
Like
a fact.
Fury is not unbeatable, dude. I just watched a Steve Cunningham fight the other day. He was getting beat the fuck up and had to cheat like Andre Ward to win that fight.
Yeah, he did get a little dirty.
Yeah, he got
he
dirty,
was
yeah.
very dirty, dude. He was just clinching, hitting in the clinch, like leaning on the dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, Fury ain't unbeatable, dude. He ain't the slick boxer that Usyk is. Usyk is what
Usyk
Fury
is
fans
beatable,
think.
too.
Yeah,
No
dude,
fight.
Usyk is beatable.
Listen,
No
At
fighter.
heavyweight.
Yeah, no fight is unbeatable. But what I'm saying is, like Fury fans, AJ fans. Well, maybe not AJ fans anymore. I think they got a cold, hard dose of reality. But all these guys think their guy is unbeatable, dude. Especially the Fury
But everyone
fans.
underestimates Fury.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. All of the Sky Sports team.
Okay,
they
why
always
is
say
he
Fury's
a
gonna lose.
heavy favorite? Why is he a heavy favorite
he
to
is
win
a
this
heavy
fight?
favorite,
then?
man.
For the
What up?
first time in his career, he is the favorite.
Come on,
but
he was a favorite against Chisora. He was a favorite against Otto Wallen. Are you telling me people weren't picking him against Tom Schwartz?
Well, in the big fights, I'm not talking about those medium.
Yeah. He's making perfect sense, man. I had a dream I knocked out Mike Tyson, but then he bit my face off. So it's fucking
Hey,
horrible.
bruh,
Yeah.
this guy's a troll, man. I don't fuck with trolls. Get him out of here.
Listen, L-Dog, troll or not troll? Troll or not troll, I asked you to provide us with some
He
facts on how...
trolling.
Listen, facts, please.
Nah, bro,
All
I'm
right?
with Yo Dog. You're a troll. You thought niggas forgot you was talking all that shit, buddy? You was talking all that shit. I wasn't even talking shit to you, and you started talking shit to me. So fuck Slugger Sam.
Who is this?
It's one.
Who is this?
You're Slushy Sam. You're Slushy Sam. That's what the
I
fuck.
want
Who-
facts, please. Who am I? I don't even know who you are, sir. Right? Let's
Bruh.
stick to facts here, please.
Sucker Sam, get off the panel, bro. You a body.
Damn, Slugger. You got to come at them, man. Get them.
They're getting emotional. Is that what I'm hearing?
You know,
Couple
you know
of
that
these-
When it's getting
I've never done this before. My first time coming on
It's
the channel.
place to show
Debate.
you're a tough guy, man.
L-Dog, I'm just asking the question. How is AJ ducking? That's all
Keyboard
I'm asking.
warrior.
Or an aspiring comedian.
L-Dog, be fair, L-Dog. You are ducking the question, though.
It's
You
just
are.
a question. How is AJ
Bruh,
ducking?
all right, here's the thing. I have no
Please
proof.
explain
It's
yourself.
just a theory.
Listen,
It's
he was
just a theory.
always going to face Usyk. It was all a load of lies when they said that Joshua was going to fight Fury. I never believed it for one bit. He was always going to face Usyk next.
Hold on,
Let's get that right. That whole bullshit Eddie Hearn was telling and spinning, and it was always about Usyk versus.
let him
I did not
speak,
think
man.
so.
Now, what you could say, L-Dog, is this, right? You could say Usyk had to leave Matchroom. That's how you counter Slugger Sam. He had to leave Matchroom to get the fight.
Yeah,
What
but
would
then
you-
again, I have no proof that like he was ducking, dude. That I just have a theory.
L-Dog,
My theory. My theory. No, let me finish my theory.
When did he duck
You gotta
anybody?
let L-Dog finish. You gotta let
When
L-Dog
did he
finish.
duck anybody? Simple question.
You gotta let L-Dog.
Wilder.
Gotta let me finish, bro. What I'm saying is, when it comes to Usyk, I think they tried to make that undisputed fight because they wanted all the money because they knew that there's a high risk either Usyk beats AJ or Wilder beats Fury. There's a high risk either one of those two happens, not both, but either or. Now there is a chance both guys lose. So in my opinion, they tried to make.
No. He was not known for his fighting. He only got cherry picked.
Bro, what the
He
fuck
lost
was
the- he
Andrew
lost the
Ruiz
close-
known for if it wasn't fighting, dude? He was hardly known for anything other than boxing.
But he was cherry picked still. He was still. I think Andy Ruiz was
Bro,
a cherry pick.
how do you cherry pick like Andy Ruiz as a late replacement? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm about to say he was a lace replacement, bro. He didn't. He was.
And Andy Ruiz beat Joseph Parker. Andy Ruiz beat Joseph Parker, so he really probably could
I
have
don't
done
know
well.
about that. I don't know about that.
Very
Who
close
cares
fight.
about that fight?
You can make- you can-
Yeah,
you can
close
make-
fight, but he got the window. He got the
Joseph Parker. He's got a chin.
The thing about Ruiz is he wasn't even the first option. Ortiz declined to fill in for Miller, so Andy wasn't some duck. Like he wasn't. What do you call it? He wasn't a cherry pick. He was like the second or third option.
Yeah, that's true. Ortiz turned it down.
Training notice.
Ortiz turned it down. And compared Joshua's resume to Wilder. Like, who the fuck's Wilder fought? Fought Ortiz and Fury, and he's 36. You know, Joshua's had a better resume after
Oh
25.
yeah, because Pulev was like a great fighter. Pulev was a great fighter.
You're saying Wilder's got a better resume than Joshua. Is that what you're saying? You're saying Wilder's got a better resume.
What about Dunn Main Stavern?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking bum, mate.
Twice.
Listen, Wilder's fought a lot of contenders and journeymen. There's nothing wrong with that.
A lot of Slugger Slam type opponents.
Nah, it is when
beat up Slugger Slam.
It is something wrong
Quite
with
a
that.
few
when they say-
didgeridoo players in tonight.
Bro, when they say the Wilder's the top guy, you can't say that, bro. Like he's fighting journeyman and all that shit, so it does matter. So how the fuck you gonna say there's nothing wrong with that? What you mean? What's wrong with journeyman, bro? If your whole career you're fighting journeyman,
Why didn't Wilder fight a Klitschko? Why was never Wilder fighting a Klitschko? That's what I want to know. Why did that happen?
Hear 150. I want to hear what 150
Oh,
said. What do you say?
Fight good opponents.
I said, bro, if you're fighting journeymans and bums, then what are you, bro? You're a top guy? Just because
bum squad.
No. So let me ask you this, 150.
No, hold on. Let me ask you this before you say that. How many champions Deontay Wilder beat? How about that?
None.
Before you start saying some dumb shit.
That's a really good question. But
Talking
this
about title
what
If
defense.
it wasn't for Tyson Fury, there would never
Stop
be no
interrupting.
round
Stop
to be Joshua's
interrupting, bro. Shut
champion.
up and stop interrupting. Shut up. Stop interrupting.
No, but hear me out. I got a really good question for you, 150. So in 2016, when he fought Arthur Spickler, right? Instead of Arthur Spickler, right? Hear me out. Who else would you have wanted him to fight? If it wasn't that fight, who did you want him to fight?
Povetkin, his fucking mandatory.
Klitschko.
Yeah, apparently duck Povetkin.
He could have fought Klitschko, bro.
I don't think it was Wilder that ducked Povetkin. I think it was more his handlers and the WBC colluded together just to fuck over Povetkin because they wanted to keep milking the American market for money.
Exactly.
I don't think it was like Wilder was like, okay, I don't want to fight Povetkin.
Although Wilder did text the WBC Suleiman saying, "This is factual. It's on court. It's on court documents. He did say that because he failed the test, which he didn't, right, under the rules of WADA. Because he failed the test, they wanted to remove Povetkin and not fight in Russia, and have Povetkin removed from the number one spot."
Wilder was on that plane before Povetkin was done pissing, wasn't he? I mean, the piss wasn't even done. Like, he was still in the stall, and he was on that fucking plane. He was out of there.
He was out.
They said positive.
That Povetkin uppercut might have landed on Wilder. Yeah, it might. That's why.
It would have been a good fight, man. It would have been a good fight.
And that's something Wilder didn't do. Joshua, they did it. Joshua went and knocked Povetkin out. Something Wilder didn't do.
Yeah, that is true.
You got the Stavern rematch. Don't complain.
Yeah, but then Joseph Parker, he went sort of. That was a bit of a shit fight. Joseph Parker versus Joshua.
Yeah, I agree. It was a shit fight.
Still better than anyone.
That's the only time Joshua fought a young
It is better
opponent.
than anything. It is it's true what Jed Kyle said. I mean, you can argue that win is still better than anything that fucking Wilder did up until this.
Wilder's back win is pensioner Luis Ortiz. That's like me going and punching some guy in the retirement home in a wheelchair, just shabbing his fucking head off, moving around.
You know when Wilder won the first fight against Bermain Stavern? That was quite a good fight, actually. I enjoyed that fight.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was
a trash fight.
But he didn't knock him out in the first fight.
No, he didn't knock him out. He outboxed him, and I thought it was his better. Like, he showed better boxing skills in that fight than he did in any other fight. Right? Like, that's the one performance he did. All right.
Going to stand there with a high guard and just stand there like a.
I agree.
Stavern's fought like a spastic, though. Stavern's a fucking mongoloid fight.
Yeah, but it was against Stavern, right? So it's like.
To be honest, the Stavern win, the second one, I don't know if I count that because to me that wasn't a legal punch. Dude, he literally hit him on the glove and Stavern was like knocked out. That looked fake.
Slugger slam and that.
It looked like Luis Ortiz just wanted to walk into that punch, didn't it?
Bro, I don't know. He literally.
And he was smiling after that.
I said you and Stavern would have been 50-50 the second Stavern. You would have had a chance of beating him in that second fight. That's how Stavern came in the second Wilder fight.
I would knock Stavern's bitch ass out, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think you would too. That's
listen, I'll name you a bunch of professional heavyweights right now that I'd knock the fuck out. I'd knock out Stavern. I'd knock out Luis Ortiz.
Lucas Brown.
Man.
Nah, they'll fuck you up. They'll fuck you up, Slugger.
No, but listen, back to the comedy show. Here we go. Rupert Pumpkin.
All jokes aside, I wanted to let you guys know, I don't know if I told you, but I actually put up $100 bet on Wilder to win via knockout by the 5th round.
There you go, people. Bet the house on Fury. Bet the house on Fury.
What do you mean bet the house on Fury? You make no money.
All I know is the UK guy on here loses to any black man because he's like, oh, most black guys beat white guys in a fight.
I'm just disgusted that you're standing there smirking away.
One
lad on here, he's like, the white guys always lose to the black guys.
But do you remember when Marvelous Mel Haggard versus Minter? And he battered him, and then they started throwing chairs in.
Do you remember the big, bald-headed white dude beating up the black guy on Black History Month? Like last year?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the white towel.
Boxing. There's a lot of fighters that happen to be white or non-white that beat a black fighter. You just don't know about it all the time. These are just all perceptions. That's all it is, man. That's not gonna have anything to do with who wins the fucking fight.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Wilder being black or Fury being white. Yeah.
It's not even about colour, is it? It's about money.
That shit. That's all fun and games. That shit don't matter in the ring. Nationality or race don't mean nothing. It's man versus man.
The only time, hey, listen. The only time nationality matters is when a Mexican fights a British dude. Now that's when the British dude is supposed to get his ass.
I'll tell you what, I've never seen a kangaroo in my life, but I've seen cucked out guys like you. I can tell you that. you're another cuck. You're a cuckaroo. The white man always loses to the black man. I'm a cuckaroo. That's what you are.
Dude, this is boxing, man. Like
Didgeridoo sucker.
You're a cuckaroo.
You're a didgeridoo sucker.
I've never seen a kangaroo, but I've seen a cuckaroo. That's what you are, a cuckaroo. The white man always loses to the black man.
Listen, stop fucking. Give back the Aborigines their land, you cunt.
Oh, look at the cuckaroo. Cuckaroo again.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Let's keep it boxing, man.
Yo,
All
guys,
I'm saying
can
is, if
you
you watch
hear me?
boxing,
All right.
if you watch boxing
Hold
long
on.
enough,
Hold on. Bucho was saying something. Go ahead, Bucho.
Just quickly, super chat Nicholas Argyros, I don't know. Thank you for your contribution. He says Wilder is a great entertainer, but just a brawler. All right, thank you for your contribution.
I don't even know if he's a brawler, right? He's just a fucking Fury.
Let me tell you this, dude. Boxing is like you can stereotype styles. Okay, that's the thing. Like it's not so much about race, nationality. It's like styles, man. The boxer usually beats the brawler. The boxer puncher usually beats the boxer. But then the brawler can beat the boxer puncher. You see, it's about like styles, man. That's what really you can stereotype. But even that is not like accurate.
If you used to go by stereotypes.
What I wanted to ask, every time, say, like, Billy Joe Saunders, Kell Brook loses, why do they always blame it on an eye socket injury? Is that like a cover-up story?
I mean, if it broke, it broke. What the fuck you want?
I mean,
it's hardly an excuse in Kell Brook's case. I mean, we all saw his eye socket get, like, completely fucking smashed to pieces.
But ever since that Kell Brook fight, it's always been like a spin story. Oh, his eye got busted, and they use it as some sort of like, that's why he lost.
Yeah,
but that's
He
like a
bust the eye.
serious. That's like
He
a
bust the
serious
eye.
thing, though, dude. It's like imagine a soccer player. Imagine a soccer player got shot in the leg like 5 times. Like, you think he's going to come back and be the same? Like,
He broke me eye.
The reason why
because
the torn Achilles excuse.
he went up with fucking killer. He's a killer too. He moved up to 160, thinking he can fucking take on Golovkin. He got his ass handed to him. Kudos to him. He gave it his best, but he got his ass handed to
And
him.
then he got battered by Errol Spence. Well, he got battered, got pummeled.
Hey, but yeah, Bumzilla, how about this? Would you ever think that Kell Brook would get stopped in 4 rounds? Well, he did against Terrence Crawford. That answers your question.
I watched that fight.
He's a broken fighter,
finished.
bro. He's a broken fighter.
He's finished.
Exactly.
But he went out to the best, didn't it? You know, there's no shame in that, losing to the best.
Chocolate brownie.
You know, fair play to
Brownies.
Look, he made him look bad.
Me eye. He broke me eye.
But do you think after Billy Joe Saunders beat David Lemieux, I always thought after he beat David Lemieux, I know David Lemieux's not a great fighter, but I thought after that fight, he should have fought Canelo then.
Don't say that.
I don't know who was managing Billy Joe Saunders, but why would they go from Martin Murray to Canelo? That don't make no sense to me.
Here's the thing. Sometimes like we can want these fights, but it's just not realistic. Like things get in the way. Fighters, they have different schedules. Like if you're fighting and then I only just get my fight announced the week of your fight, chances are the schedules just aren't going to match up. Like, and shit gets in the way.
Look, hey Bumzilla, check this. The reason why David Lemieux lost to fucking Billy Joe Saunders is because Billy Joe Saunders knew his skills level and his footwork was gonna throw what's his name off because he's not move. He's when fucking he throws his punches, he got to be set to throw his punches. Billy Joe can baby tap him all he wants, and he's gonna win. Okay, that's the problem.
He basically rigged out him. He basically rigged
I
out
think
him.
Billy Joe Saunders was held in that WB bolt as a hostage for all those years. He never wanted no smoke of any decent fighter. He never wanted to fight Danny Jacobs. He never wanted to fight Triple G. He just wanted to fight. Well, he fought Canelo. Look what happened. Yeah.
You got a lot of theories, Bumzilla. You got a lot of theories. You know that. You got a lot of theories.
But I just thought after when Billy Joe fought David Demir at middleweight, he should have just went on. He should have stayed at that weight and then fought one of the big guys. Then.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
No, I
hold
don't
on
think he
quickly.
could've
We got another super chat here. I gotta read it. Where is it? It's Chris K. Chris K. Fuck. Shit, I can't even read it. Chris K says, "Can't wait to see Lopez versus Kombucha, whatever his name is, in a couple of weeks."
Camboso.
Oh yeah,
That part's not happening.
they always say kombucha. Kombucha.
Cambodia.
Whatever. On a
Cambosis.
serious note, okay, hold on. On a serious note, he says might catch Munguia versus Rosado live at the Honda Center. Could be fire. That fight could be really entertaining. I agree, man. Thank you for your contribution.
Fuck yeah. People gonna sleep on fucking Dave Rosado. Dude, that's gonna be a good fucking fight.
Yeah, Rosado
Munguia-
needs to let his hands go in that
Munguia
fight.
hasn't impressed
Rosado
me at
needs to
all,
let his
man.
hands go a bit more.
Yeah,
but
Munguia
it's
hasn't
Triple G
impressed me.
fighting next. Fighting soon.
Rosado needs
He's
to let his hands go in that Munguia fight. I think he's got to be a bit more active than usual because Munguia does throw a lot of punches and he has got a good chin, even though his defense is terrible.
Yeah,
What's
let his hands go.
Yeah, what's his name? Came from 168, came back down to 60. And Munguia, I kid you not, I think Dave Rosado got power.
Bro,
At 162.
So easy though. You
I think he's.
Munguia.
You don't think he's gonna be
Munguia might
Drake?
be the only Mexican with no Mexican fans, bro. He's not really that good.
Who, Munguia?
Munguia, the Mexican Frankenstein.
Yeah, Munguia.
He's like a
He's just there, bro.
G fighting him.
Yeah, they're building him up. They're building him up to fight to get destroyed by a 40-year-old Triple G. That's basically the plan, bro. Yeah, I saw that coming like
Do
2-3
you
years
think
ago.
Triple G will ever get knocked out by anyone? I don't think he will he, somehow?
I think I think he could, dude. If he
Depends on how long he fights and who he fights, right? Like if he fights somebody that's, preferably a bigger dude that's.
Is Errol Spence still injured?
Charlo's fucking
he
huge for 160.
I think Canelo could stop him at 168. I think he'll stop him with body shots.
The thing about Golovkin is, even if you watch the Kell Brook fight, sometimes he can get stunned by a shot, and then he'll just stand there and take more. So I can see like a referee stopping the fight if he's taking too many shots.
Yeah, that's
in
what
order.
I think. Like Triple G's dumb, bro. He's shot to the point where he just stands there and takes big punches now. He don't even block that shit.
I don't even know.
That's
what
fucking
the fuck
crazy.
Bulldog's talking about, man.
He's not shot though. Come on, bro.
I don't even know. I
That
don't
was
even.
crazy,
Oh, dog.
Shot is like Kell
He's
Brook, dude.
regressing. He's
Come on,
regressing.
name
But
me
he's
the
Shot is like Kell Brook or Amir Khan, bro. Triple G
Bro,
is
I'm
not.
telling you. He
Name me
will
the fighter
be
that
shot.
did what you just said. The claim you just made.
Derevianchenko.
I thought he won.
Derevianchenko was piecing him up, and he was standing there not doing anything.
A lot of the times, yeah, he would just stand there.
Can you tell me like what parts of the fight should I look at when that happened?
I mean, I could go back and have a look. Yeah, like a lot of the
do
time,
that for
like when I watched Triple G fight, kind of back in the like let's just say the fights around Daniel Gill, right? He would actually block shots then because his reflexes were there. But Triple G's taken so much punishment to the head. I think this guy might have some type of CTE already because we got to understand he got 350 amateur fights. He's got about 40 fights as a pro. His reflexes are gone, man. Like he's
Lampley
still
already explained to you,
powerful.
L-Dog.
Do you think that Chris Eubank might have a chance of beating him then?
He's doing that on purpose. Lampley already explained that to
Really? You really think Chris Eubank will beat Triple G even though he couldn't beat George Groves?
His styles make fights, dude. Triple G. Triple G can't fight 3 minutes or 12 rounds anymore.
Hell dog. Why does he need reflexes when he's got a chin like that?
Because a chin ain't gonna last forever, bro. It's a matter of addition. If you hit a guy enough times and inflict enough punishment on him,
that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
break.
A great chin lasts forever. Because
I keep hearing the deterioration of Triple G. How he's getting, he's got like brain damage, and he's ready to get knocked out. I'll say this, right? I'll believe it when I see it, because I've been hearing this for a little too long already, and I haven't seen
Go
it.
ahead and knock him out then.
Yeah, I got to see
Who
it,
is
bro.
the
That's
best
what I'm
middleweight in
saying.
America then?
The best middleweight.
Triple G. Triple G.
I do say
no, the best American middleweight, not the best middleweight.
Oh, best American middleweight.
I'll say Charlo.
He's Jake or Charlo.
Charlo. I think
Do you think Danny Jacobs will ever get another world title shot?
Probably not. No.
No, didn't
He ain't a bad middleweight though. I don't think he's a bad middleweight. I think he's quite unlucky in a couple of his fights.
Danny Jacobs is all right, man. He ain't that good.
Nah,
why don't he fight Charlo? He should fight Charlo. That's what he should do. That'd be a big fight.
Has Jacobs moved up to 68, or is he still at 60?
Yeah.
He's at 68 now. Huh? Yeah.
They're saying Jacobs gonna fight Joe Smith at 75. Oh my god!
Do you reckon he could beat Joe Smith, or he's too small?
Nah, I think Joe Smith gonna knock his ass out, bro.
He needs to get on the same shit that he was on in that Triple G fight, coming like a fucking cruiserweight. He came in looking like Usyk.
Yeah, hey Pete, that Danny Jacobs could probably beat Joe Smith, maybe. He could
I've never
probably
seen that Danny Jacobs before or since. What the
yeah,
fuck?
I know. If that one turned up, I'd give him a chance of beating Joe Smith.
What about Callum Smith? Did you see his knockout?
Fuck Callum Smith.
Callum Smith. Yeah. Hey,
it was quite a chilling knockout, actually. It was quite a nasty knockout.
Callum Smith, he'll do better at 175 because he ain't I think that's a bit more his natural weight, so I think he'll do good there. But all I'm gonna tell him is stay the fuck away from Better Beef, man. Stay the fuck away from him.
Or Bivol. You can't fuck with Better.
I think he can fight Bivol.
The guy who got slept by Gabe Rosado. That's who you talking about?
No, that's.
Do you think Canelo cherry picked Billy Joe and Callum Smith because he thought there was easy opponents?
No. You can't cherry pick a champion.
They weren't real champions, though. I don't think. To be honest, when you think about it, were they?
Bro, if you want to be undisputed and that's your goal, right? You have to fight the champions, whether you think they're the best champions or not. You got to fight these champions.
Yeah.
So that's why I give.
They were champions, but in the eyes of in a bigger sense, they weren't the greatest champions. They didn't fight no one.
Look, they're not the greatest champions pound for pound, but they were the best fighters at 168, man.
And that's why you got to give credit to Undisputed, because you go and pick up all the belts and erase all doubt. That's why you give Undisputed is a big deal, because you just erase all doubt who the best in the weight class is.
Just hope Caleb Plant gives Canelo a better fight, because this is one of the easiest undisputed titles ever.
Let me say this real quick. I give Canelo a pass for fighting these guys the same reason I gave Lomachenko a pass for fighting Luke Campbell. Okay, he fought Luke Campbell for the belt. Now, yes, he could have fought Haney, who was better, or he could have fought fucking Ryan Garcia, who's better than Campbell, but his goal was undisputed, so the dude fought who he needed to for the titles. So Canelo, he gets passed the same way. We look at David Benavidez, he might be better than these champions that Canelo's fighting, but Canelo's goal is undisputed, so he's fighting who he has to achieve that goal.
I disagree with Ryan being better than Campbell, but he did not show in that fight that he was better. He got dropped and he was good. Yeah,
nah,
but,
come on, bro.
He's stopping,
bro. Come on, bro. Come on,
Look,
bro.
you can be a better boxer. You can be a better technical boxer, but still be a worse boxer than someone.
Yeah, and Ryan Garcia won the fight, so he's the better fighter. I mean,
he's the better fighter.
Campbell can box, he hasn't got that mindset. Campbell's got a loser mindset in the pros. He's just an amateur. He hasn't got the mindset for professional boxing.
Exactly.
That's why he's never going to be a world champion.
Bro, Campbell
is anyone's WhatsApp still working? Because in the UK, WhatsApp has gone down.
Bro, Campbell dropped Ryan, and he didn't win a round after that. Come on, man. He did not win a
He
round.
was shocked. Hey, 150, bro. When he dropped him, he was shocked himself. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
was like,
He's like, I believe I dropped right.
Because he didn't mean
Yay,
to.
I got a
He did-
moral victory. You know, I'm gonna get some teeny
Because he
boppers following
didn't.
my
He
Isaac
didn't
now.
mean
Shit, I hit him
to.
too
He
hard.
didn't mean to knock down. He didn't mean to knock him down.
Yeah, because he's there to lose.
Yeah.
That was
But
an
that's
accident.
what Luke Campbell is a good technical fighter, but he doesn't have the grit and the dog and the killer instinct required, dude. That's the thing. Like, you can be a better technical boxer than someone and still get your ass fucking kicked because the other guy just wants it more. He's willing to
Absolutely.
go in there and rough you up and beat the shit out of you. How do you think
100%.
Chisora won a bunch of his fights, dude? Chisora wins his fights because of his grit, his mentality, and his fucking toughness.
Yeah, exactly, though. I agree. Everything he just
What are we talking
explained, that's
about?
not what Luke Campbell is. So, of course, Ryan's a better fighter. He knocked him out.
He's not 150. He's not lad. He's definitely not.
Yeah, he knocked him out to the body, man. How is he not a better fighter?
It's one
Bro,
fight.
he had that dude suffocating, man. That dude was like, he couldn't get up. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying about like the Canelo thing. Like, I know some people who hate Canelo. They're like, he's not fighting the best. He's you know. But I give him a pass because he's going for undisputed, dude. He's fighting who he has to fight to become undisputed. And I think every fighter should aim to become undisputed. To me, undisputed is the ultimate achievement in boxing.
That's
Two
why he's
fight,
so
though.
rated high.
Two fight.
Usyk did it once. Usyk's done it at one weight, and he's one belt away from doing it another weight.
Melo
That's
could
why
have
Usyk's
became
so highly
undisputed
regarded.
in 3 weight
Oh, here
classes.
we go.
Who? Canelo.
What?
The Fight Whisperer. The Fight Whisperer.
Hey, what's up, Haitian? What's up, bro? What's up, Haitian?
What's up, Jess? I'm just saying,
What's up, brother?
Canelo could have been undisputed in 3 weight classes, but now he's choosing super middleweight. We know why, because it's a weak division. Facts.
That is true. That's very true.
Yeah, super middleweight has always been like a shitty division, like a forgotten division. Nobody cares about 160. There's no history there. There's nothing.
It's relatively weak. It's a wasteland, really.
But he did choose 168, right? Like now he's all for undisputed. He wasn't talking all that undisputed stuff when he was in middleweight.
Yeah, he could have.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like we can apply that same logic to Lomachenko. You know, why did he wait to 135 to go undisputed?
No, you can't apply the same.
Nah,
you can't
they didn't want to
apply
fight him, L-Dog. You know they didn't want to fight him at 126.
Okay, but you could say the same. You could say the same thing about Canelo. Like to me, it's just
Who the
guys.
fuck's gonna turn down a Canelo fight when you can make the best?
You know, Toby Evan Bibble would have fought him in a heartbeat.
Of course they would
That's
have.
what I'm saying, dude. Like, if
He
someone
wasn't willing
goes
to
for
fight him.
undisputed, I don't discredit them, man. If you go for undisputed, you're doing what you should be doing, proving you're the best in a weight class.
Why didn't he do it at light heavyweight when he was out there?
Power there is different.
That ain't his best way, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you see, you're.
But he beat
He
the killer Kovalev, right? So he should.
He cleaned
should,
out
right?
155 though. He cleaned out 155.
I can't agree. If he knocked out Kovalev,
Billy Joe won a vacant WBO title.
He knocked out
Against
Kovalev. But
Sheriff.
Wait,
he's too small.
and also recognize, couldn't he just have fought Bumdradi and became undisputed at middleweight?
No, because he had to fight Derevianchenko first for a mandatory,
And he didn't want to fight
after he would have fought Derevianchenko, he would have had more mandatories.
And he didn't want to
That's the
fight.
thing.
He didn't want to.
No, I disagree.
No,
The
he
thing-
didn't want to. Wait, time out. He did not want to fight him. He
Bruh,
his
stop
belt
that.
go.
That's
Did he
that's
not
triple
dump his
G.
belt? Did he not
Bruh,
dump
come
the belt?
on.
Yes or no?
Stop the
Wait,
white
yes
boy
or no?
quote.
Yes or no? Elder. Answer the question. Yes or no? Did he not let the IBF? He what?
Stop the cope, bruh. That's
Whatever.
triple G
Listen,
fanboy
I know you and your darling over there,
Illa.
whatever his name is, Token, like to use the word cope. But did he or did he not let the belt go to not fight?
He let all the belts go.
Right, but he was he was still mandated. If this was Triple G, you would have said he ducked. Let's be real. You would have
No,
said
I
that.
wouldn't have.
Yes, you would have. Yes, you
Not
would.
if he
You
went
always
up to 168.
you own
Not if
you
he went up
hold
to
different
168.
standards for different fighters. You hold different standards for
No,
different
no.
fighters.
Okay, yeah, that
He
Okay.
did
is true.
trash the WBC to avoid Triple G, and then he stayed at 155 for about 3
Yes,
fights. No, he
exactly.
took
So he
Khan.
has
He
a
trashed it,
track
and then he
record.
fought
He has a
Khan. By the way, he fought Amir Khan next.
Bro,
he has a track record of dumping his belt to not fight the mandatory. He has a
Okay,
track
okay.
record.
So do you hold the same standard with Lomachenko and Devin Haney?
What was
No,
what happened there? Can you tell me what happened
Loma,
there?
no. Loma's white,
Lomachenko
so
dropped
no.
the WBC belt to get the franchise to fight to avoid the fight with Haney.
Under whose advice? Under whose advice? Whose
Well,
advice?
whose advice was it to Canelo?
They told him that the WBC franchise is for undisputed. It counts as undisputed. Did they not tell him that?
I don't know if they told him that. That's
They
his
did
word
tell him
against
that.
mine.
No, they did tell him that. Yes, they did.
But this is the
They-
thing, like, dude,
the
it seems to me
WBC
people are
comes.
holding different standards, dude. I give Loma and I give Canelo a pass, okay? They vacated their belts to move up. To me, this is like
No.
when people say this is like when people say Loma ducked Miguel Burchelt because he moved up to 135. Like, dude,
No.
know,
That's
it's
that's not
just
the same. That's not the
you
same
move
when a
up in
guy
weight.
when a guy has a track record. He has a track record of letting his belts go, his choice. Not somebody telling him we're gonna move you in status in terms of that belt, and we're gonna make this regular belt a secondary belt. Not that, right?
But they didn't make the regular bout a secondary bout.
Well, they were under the impression that the franchise was above the regular belt.
Look, this
That
is all
counts
I'm
for
saying.
undisputed, right? And then the confusion came with Sulaiman. Look, I don't have time to break it all down, but the impression was you get elevated. You know what the meaning elevated means, right? Elevated means above. You're above. Right.
That's just semantics. So, listen, what I'll say is this. I give Canelo a pass the same reason I give Loma a pass for not fighting Burchell. If you move up to fight a champion or, something along those lines, then it doesn't matter if you vacate a bout not to fight someone because you're moving up in weight to fight a champion. That's just my opinion. If you go up and you fight a contender or someone else, then that's a problem.
I don't know about that because you can have paper champs throughout the divisions, and then you can pick and choose the easiest ones. Is Derevchenko that much worse than a Saunders? Does he actually is he that much easier than someone like Saunders? Or I don't know.
He's not as good as Saunders, in my opinion.
Yeah, at this
we
point,
can
he's
say that.
shot. He's been through too
Bro,
many wars.
Derevchenko is a glorified fucking contender, man. He never won a world title. He lost to Charlo.
Well, that's
He
a contender.
lost-
He's not a glorified.
Yeah, but
he's
Billy
a
Joe Saunders,
hold
we
on,
can say
hold
is
on.
a glorified.
He's a contender. Hold on. He's a contender. He's not a glorified contender. I mean, you don't have to become a champion to be a contender. A contender is just a guy that, well, in my opinion, a guy that gets title shots, doesn't really make it all the way up, but he's always there or was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is the problem with Derevchenko. People act like Canelo was ducking him, like he was some great fighter on Triple G's resume. Dude, to be honest, Daniel Gill was a better fighter than Derevchenko, man.
Maybe that's your opinion, though, right?
That's
you would say
debatable.
that that's your
You
opinion.
can't really
That's
bring
debatable.
that. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, how can Derevchenko get all these title shots and keeps losing? He already had 3 title shots already, bro.
I would agree with L-Dog David Gill.
That's all I'm saying. That doesn't make no
You know what it
sense.
is, 150? You know what it is, 150? This is just my opinion, just like L Dog is entitled to his opinion. When he got his fucking brains rattled and his face looking like a fucking like somebody jumped him against Gennady Golovkin, they knew he was damaged goods already. That's
But
why.
before that, in my opinion, he lost 2 fights in a row. He lost to Jacobs, and I thought he lost to Jack Colquet.
But here's another thing, L-Dog. Is Saunders a better win at 168 than Derevchenko is at 160? Because what Saunders ever did at 68...
In my opinion, yes, because he actually won a world title at 168.
That's when we go back to the belt argument. Who did he beat for it, though?
But that's the thing, like...
I'm literally asking, who did he beat? I don't remember who he beat. Who did he beat? I'm actually asking. I can't even remember who he beat.
A guy for a vacant bout. Now,
Yeah, Jake Kyle, that's a good question, right? So you don't even know who
I know people, like, obviously they like to... The reason I hold the standard of the belt is just so I have some standard at all. And I'm not, like, just looking at fighters and picking and choosing. Because that's kind of what fanboys do, man. Like Wilder fanboys, Triple G fanboys, Canelo fanboys, they don't look at the standard of a belt. They look at like, oh, well, just to discredit guys, they go by their own eye test or whatever. Look, I give them the benefit of the doubt. If you fight a champion, you fight a champion, okay? Paper champion or not, you're fighting a champion.
Who's
They
in your
don't hand
resume?
out world titles for free.
What borders?
All right.
What was the
What
last thing you
else?
said, L-Dog? They don't give out world titles for free?
Yeah.
They kind of do. My thing is this, like,
No, they don't.
Yeah, they
yeah,
do,
but
man.
you know, but L-Dog, look, man, I agree with you.
They
man,
bloody well do. Man, look at the
more than
WBO.
more than I care to admit. But listen, the thing is, if you understand that these sanctioning bodies are shit, I don't know, man. I like the undisputed thing too, but I don't know, man. Shit, you can kind of orchestrate that same way, you know.
Put this way, L-Dog, but Main Stavern and Ariola fought for a vacant belt. That's almost given out
They
belt.
still had to fight for it, though, man. They still
I
had
agree
to
with
fight.
L-Dog. There should be
That's
some
the
kind of
bigger
eliminator
laugh,
for these belts, no doubt about it. There should be no
Like I
email
said,
belts.
you get what you call paper champions, and not all champions are equal, okay? We know that for a fact. Like, not
Would
all
you say Joseph Parker was a paper champion because he won the WBO belt?
Yes, he was. I would say. he
come
was.
on. No. He beat Carlos Takam and he beat Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, but he was never the man of the
Adrian
division. I
Broner
think
was
you're
a
a paper
four-weight-
champion,
was a four-weight
unless you're the
champion.
big.
Oh, I forgot Fury had a world title fight. Do you remember that fight? What a stinker! Fucking hell.
Yeah, who was that against? Was that against
Fury
Parker?
Fury versus Joseph Parker. Oh my god, that was the worst fight
guys.
ever.
That was a cure for insomnia.
I want to address this guy in the chat, Terry Jones. He says that we blocked this other guy called Scripting College. But I think Terry Jones is Scripting College. If you guys don't remember who Scripting College is a guy who was making videos saying that Deontay Wilder lost the fight, the rematch, because the LED lights that he had on his costume affected his vision. Right? He made a whole fucking thing.
I like that one. That's a good,
Yeah,
that's a good
so
one,
anyways,
isn't it? Yeah.
so now he's saying that he predicted that Fury would not fight Joshua, but would fight Wilder a third time. He keeps repeating that as if some sort of like claim. So like as if we need to praise the guy for having predicted that shit. So Terry Jones, I want you to
Nostradamus.
predict. Terry Jones, I want you to
Nostradamus.
predict. I want you to predict the third fight. Break it down for us. I know you don't want to jump in because you're too scared. So write it in the chat. Tell us. Basically, break down the fight, please. Anyways, go ahead, guys.
What was his name? Scripting College?
Is that Scripting College?
Yeah,
That's
Terry
Scripting
Jones
College?
is Scripting College. Yeah, second account.
What a
Yeah, I
fucking
haven't been
moron
here
that guy is.
since the Usyk AJ fight, I don't think. But what happened? Did that guy call back who said that he saw Usyk get knocked out to the point of death?
The guy that had the dream?
Yeah.
He's not
Did
financial
anyone
advisor.
see the white towel that was by Rob McCracken in Anthony Josh's corner?
Let us finish, dude. Holy shit.
That's my financial advisor, by the way. That guy's in Calcutta.
Hey, this
do it
dude
all.
called it. He really said that he saw Usyk get knocked out to the point of
Yeah,
death.
hey, L-Dog, I guarantee you what he'll say. The same excuse. AJ didn't fight the right fight. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. It'll be no credit to Usyk. It'll all be what AJ didn't do. That's what every Joshua
To
fanboy
me,
is saying.
AJ fought the best fight he could, man. If he comes in rough, he's getting knocked the fuck out.
He hasn't got the stamina to fight. You know, he has to get Usyk out of there within 4 or 5 rounds if he fights like that. He just doesn't have the stamina, especially if he comes in
Usyk just
bigger.
did his thing, man. Usyk
And
just
I
did
think
his thing.
Usyk, like, bro, these top level fighters aren't gonna go out in 4 to 5 rounds. They know how to move. They know how to clinch. They know how to fight back. They know how to survive, man.
Hey,
What is that, a shot at Wilder? Is that a shot at Wilder?
Hey, I wanna address guys. I wanna address Terry Jones again because he keeps saying that he's the one that predicted that Fury was gonna fight Wilder again when nobody else believed that. Anyways, listen, Terry Jones, I guarantee you that you were predicting Wilder to knock out Tyson Fury in that second fight. All right, prove me wrong.
So I don't care. I don't care what you predict because you already got one wrong.
The most important one
I said the
of
same
them
thing,
all.
but just not. I said the same thing, just not next, though. Not like a fucking without a tune-up. That's ridiculous.
I think Fury's gonna get what's waiting for him in the third fight. I think he's gonna get his. I think Fury's gonna get his in the third fight.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be so happy because I bet
What's
100
waiting for him?
on Wilder.
What's
What does
waiting
that
for him?
mean?
I bet
Victor?
100.
Well,
I
you
bet
were in the
100 on the
fifth.
underdog.
It's not
I bet
happening in
100
the
on the
fifth round
underdog. You know how
anyway.
rich
Other
I'm gonna
side,
be.
some people would say that they've been betting that
You
you're
know how
gonna get
rich I'm gonna
yours,
be.
that you're gonna get yours too, and they'll be very happy as well.
Bro,
You're
let's
gonna
not
get what's waiting
forget.
for you,
Let's not
which
forget
is
both of these guys
a
are coming
withdrawal from your
off like
checking account.
over 2 year layoffs. Like these guys haven't been in the ring for like almost 2 years, bro. So let's not forget that.
It's
Facts,
going. Yeah,
facts,
it's going
listeners.
on about 2 years. It's going on about 2 years. But what is that?
He's-
Listen, MMA. What are you even bringing that up for? What does that got to do with me winning a
Man, he's
lot of
trying to get
money
your
right
face,
now?
We're
Huh?
MMA.
fucking
You better
going at it.
speak up,
Rupert,
MMA.
Like
Rupert.
MMA, you know what I noticed about you, bro?
You gotta
You
represent
jumped in at the
Brooklyn, bro.
Oh
worst
my
Let
time.
god.
him go.
Man,
MMA,
Hey
man.
you
yo,
jumped in at
MMA.
the worst times, bro.
MMA cooked this fat
Slugger,
bastard. Cooked
Yo,
this
Slugger
fat pig.
Sam, bro.
Yeah.
You look
Listen,
like
Whisperman,
Butterbean.
Cooked this
You
fat
Whisperman,
look like
bastard.
Whisperman,
Butterbean, bro.
Whisperman. We're getting
You
bored of
look
you,
like
Whisperman.
Butterbean.
We're
You look
getting
like
bored of you.
Butterbean, bro.
We're getting
You
bored of
look
you.
like
And
Butterbean.
I hit like him too. And I
You
hit
no,
like him
you don't,
too.
bro. We
I
saw
put
you
your
on.
ass
We
to
saw you
sleep.
on the heavy bag. We saw you on the heavy bag.
Give
You're
me like
slow as
Steve-O. Give
molasses,
me like
bro.
Steve-O. I
You're
put your
slow
ass
as
to sleep.
molasses, bro.
Yo,
All right,
Slow
all
as
right, all
molasses.
right.
We
No,
saw you
Hey,
on the
let's.
I
heavy
put
bag,
This is
bro.
getting
Steve-O to sleep.
ridiculous.
Bro,
Don't make me
you
start
look
playing
like
sound
Butterbean,
bites.
bro.
All right,
damn,
stop
man,
it.
he
Stop.
fucked you up, man.
Stop.
Nah, I
Shit.
Hey,
can't, bro.
Haitian migration. Did you say that you were gonna shine,
What?
recognized
The
as
first one, his
Walker?
name is not
Migration.
migration. That's not his
Start
Bro
name.
my
You know what I
says
shoes.
mean.
I'll
immigration.
start
Did
my
you say that?
shoes.
Hey, Sugar Sam. Shit it. Did you say that you were gonna shine, recognized as Walker?
Yeah, bro. You know I'm gonna
Yeah,
buy
yeah,
you a
he
new
got
walker, fixed up
yeah,
Oh,
he
you're
and
an
got
old
it,
head.
man. He got
You're an
it.
old head. Sugar Sam, you
Yo,
So
Slugger,
Sam,
come
you
on.
need to
That's
calm
such
your
a
are a
ass down,
comedian
fake.
with no
okay?
One
punchline
of the
ever.
fakest
Never
laughs I've
had a
ever heard in
punchline.
my
Oh,
life, man.
I thought that was
Understand.
hilarious. China's
The
Walker. That's
fakest
You
hilarious. I've
laugh.
laugh
never
like
heard that one
Joker and
before.
shit.
Yeah, you like that one? That was your boy Slugger. I mean, that was your boy MMA
That's a good
champ. So,
one, bro.
well, that was Haitian sensation. Take it
Asian
easy.
sensation, man. But I'll tell you what, man.
looking
You
at the
don't sound.
round.
You do not sound Haitian, my friend.
Slugger saying, bro,
No.
you're an
You do not
internet
sound
tough guy.
Haitian one
Come
bit.
to Brooklyn, bro. Come
Is
to
it
Brooklyn.
Asian or Asian?
Come to Brooklyn.
Oh,
Asian.
Internet
He's an
tough guy.
Asian.
Asian. Okay.
Asian.
Oh, that makes
Internet
sense.
tough guy. Come to Brooklyn.
Listen, Whisper
Come
Man,
to
you're not from
Brooklyn, bro.
Brooklyn, Whisper Man.
Stop
You're
I'm gonna
not
come
from
to the
This is
best
the
Newburgh.
side.
internet.
You're not from
This
MMA,
is the
come
Cali.
to
You're
the
not from
best
internet.
side.
Texas.
This is
You're
the
from fucking
internet.
Idaho. You're
MMA,
This
from
come
is
to the
the
Idaho.
best side.
internet.
All right, don't make
Stop
me
talking
cookie, you
tough on the
internet dog.
internet.
I'm gonna come to East New York.
This is the internet.
Hey, Slugger Sam is from Sudbury.
So I'm gonna come to East Flatbush.
No, listen,
Listen, I
BJ,
don't
don't you
even
ever insult me
live
like
in
that
East
again.
Flatbush,
Don't
bro.
you ever insult me like that again, saying I'm from
I'm gonna
Sudbury.
put a
I
tenner
would rather
on
you,
BDA.
Tyson
I would
Fury
rather
round
you,
3.
That's
I
Bucho,
would
not
rather you
BDA.
say I'm from San Francisco than say Sudbury.
All
All
right,
right?
all right, all
Don't
right.
ever say that.
Yeah, that's a shithole.
God damn.
Bro, Slugger Sam, you're trash, bro. You're
Listen,
butterbean.
Whisper Man,
You're
you're done it
butterbean.
over with,
You're
Whisper Man.
butterbean. You want some
And you're
biscuits? You want some
Steve-O, and
fried
Steve-O got knocked out by
chicken?
Butterbean. That's what would
Ooh,
happen.
you
That's what
want
would
It's
happen.
some
80 to 1
fatty food?
on the
You want
12th
some
round for Deontay
fries,
Wilder.
Slugger
80 to 1.
Sam? You want some
You said,
fries,
wait,
Slugger
what
Sam?
about Deontay
You want
Wilder?
some
What you said?
fatty
Hold
food?
It's
on,
80 to 1.
You want some
Whisper Man, we're
fatty
talking boxing.
food?
We're
Slugger
talking boxing,
Sam.
Whisper Man. What you
You
say
you
about
want
Deontay
fried
Wilder?
chicken?
It's
You
80
want
to
some
1
fries?
odds
You want some
on him
chicken
to knock
nuggets,
out
Slugger
Fury in the 12th
Sam?
round.
That's what I'm
Slugger
saying. That's why I bet
Sam.
$100 on
You
Wilder,
you
man.
want some
Because
McDonald's, Slugger Sam?
and I
You want
put
some
I put the fifth
McDonald's?
round knockout.
What you want some
And I
McDonald's,
also
Slugger
have it.
Sam?
I also
Slugger
have it that
Sam, you
both
want some
fighters will get
McDonald's?
knocked down in the
You want
fight.
some McDonald's?
So
You want some
I would actually walk away. I would actually walk away with around $2,000.
All right, man.
Wow.
Somebody gotta stop this madness, man. I don't even
Yeah,
understand what you
stop
guys are
it.
saying.
Stop
If
it,
anybody's
fight.
ever been
Stop
booked
this
in the
fight.
county
It needs to
jail
be wrapped
overnight,
up.
No,
it's
I'm
worth
just
trying to
telling.
watch.
Fight.
I'm just telling you guys about my bet. If all my predictions are correct, I would actually walk away with $2,000. So it'd be pretty fucking nice.
Hey, how about this?
That'll be
Y'all
good.
think the fight gonna sell? I heard that they ain't not all the tickets, like the fight wasn't sold out or anything like that.
Hopefully not 150, so
Where's
we
the
never have
fight
to
at?
watch this
150.
shit fight again.
Where's the fight at?
Slugger Sam, you're from
I don't know where the
Sudbury,
fight.
Ontario. From
Oh my God,
Sudbury, Ontario.
Whisper Man, we got back to boxing, bro.
Bro,
Why
you want some fried chicken? You want some fatty food?
Listen. I'm
You
not
want
more
some
important than
fatty
Wilder.
food?
Wilder's more
You
important
want
than
some
me, bro.
fatty food?
I'm nothing compared
You
to
want some
Wilder.
fatty
Let's talk
food,
about
Butterbean?
Wilder.
All right,
Butterbean,
guys. I'm
Why
gonna
you
have to
fucking
kick
swear
people
that?
out.
fatty food?
Recognize, take over
You
this
want
shit,
some
man. They can't
fatty
hear me,
food?
man.
This is when your bondsman's taking forever to
Want me to kick them
bond you
out?
out of jail, and you got to listen to these
Wait,
guys.
Yeah.
recognize. What are you kicking me out for? I want to
Ah,
talk
but shut up.
boxing,
Or
Oh,
you shut
everybody,
your
shut.
mouth, goddammit. When I
All
tell you to
right.
keep quiet, you keep quiet.
You're 300 pounds,
Recognize.
Slugger Sam.
Yes, sir.
You keep quiet,
Recognize.
okay?
Yes, sir. God damn it, yes, sir.
Get Slugger Sam. You keep quiet.
All
Hey,
right.
you guys can go to H Monies if you want to yell at each other.
Yeah, that's a good
man.
point.
No,
Man.
I don't. Listen, man. BDA's where Slugger Man started. You know, did you guys forget?
Oh, so BDA
Oh
is
yeah,
to
we
blame
remember.
for all this
How can we
fucking
forget?
bullshit.
How can we
My
forget?
career started off on BDA, man. I came on in June of 2020 when he had on that Mike Tyson case. Remember?
Oh yeah, I remember that day,
BDA?
man. Hey, Slugger, I tattooed that date on my arm, man. Like it's like fuck. I
Yeah,
cannot.
we all
You guys
remember.
were talking. You guys were all defending Robin Givens, and I was defending Mike Tyson over here. All right.
Oh,
And
yeah, I remember that.
Oh
No, no, you're
I
right.
still
yeah.
defend Mike Tyson, and I still defend Mike Tyson.
So
Okay,
you
wait,
were,
wait, hold on. We
that
were
was your
defending
debut,
Mike
right?
Tyson. Get out of here.
That was your
Givens is a
debut?
Get out
liar.
of here. The fuck? We
Huh?
weren't.
You would say that was your debut, right?
Yeah, that was my debut on the
So
boxing community.
so it's something that you find memorable.
Yeah, I'll never forget the day I went on BDA's channel.
We've
He
been
gave me
trying to forget that day. You see how
Slugger
life works?
Sam.
So that
Slugger
day when
Sam
it was
is
the
a
most
gay.
memorable moment in your life,
Slugger
it was the worst
Sam
moment
is
in our
gay.
life.
The undisputed
He's
championship.
gay, bro. Slugger Sam is gay.
recognize I've already given you many fucking fair warnings, all right? Don't get me worked up again. Don't fucking get
All
my
right. Take it
temperature
easy.
worked
Take it
up
easy.
again.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's talk about something else.
Bro, let's talk boxing.
All right. All
Okay,
right.
so
Gets me sick.
can we break down
Hey,
how
I've got a
Slugger
better
Sam?
idea than talking
Wait,
boxing.
let's
You shut the
let's
fuck
break
up and
down.
let grown men speak.
Let's break
Right.
down how Slugger Sam is gay. Let's break
Okay, I'm
down.
gonna kick you out, man. Seriously.
Chill.
It's got a really good undercard, isn't it?
That's
The fight.
actually incorrect.
Effie
That's actually
Ajagba
correct. I don't like men.
versus
You live in your
that
parents'
kid
house,
Frank
Elbow.
That's
Sanchez.
incorrect. That's incorrect. I like women.
All right, listen. Let's
Who's
keep
going
it
to win
locked
out
in.
of Effie Ajagba and Frank Sanchez?
Let's
What
talk
about
boxing.
Jagba? How good is the guy?
Before I start kicking people out.
Yeah.
I
Effie
apologize.
Ajagba versus Frank Sanchez. Who wins
I
that?
apologize.
Apology accepted.
I'd probably lean to Anderson. FA is it's meh. He's one note. He's a power puncher and he's like really powerful, like really strong. But I think Anderson's a little bit more. He's got a better.
Is it Frank Sanchez fighting him?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Frank
yeah.
Sanchez.
Oh, it's Frank Sanchez. Okay, I don't know. FA fucking. I don't know. That's 50-50 then.
I got Effie, man.
That's a good fight, man.
Skills matter and all, but to be honest, Cuban glass is gonna get shattered.
Oh.
I think he's walking out of the
What's the
ring.
other fight on the undercard?
What matchup was that? What matchup was that? Somebody repeat it.
Effie Ajagba versus Frank Sanchez. I think it's a great fight.
That's a great fight, man. I'm excited.
You don't see many good undercard fights anymore. That's a good undercard fight.
And
Yeah,
we got
because
that what's
yeah.
his name? Jarrell what's his name? That young guy? Jarrell
yeah.
Anderson or whatever?
Jared and wait, you talking about Big Baby?
What are you talking about?
Big
Talking about
baby
Big
guy,
Baby?
yeah, the big baby guy. What's his name again?
Nah, Jarrell Miller.
Pharmacy
Jarrell
Miller.
Miller. You got with Jarrell Anderson.
not
Jarrell
Jarrell.
Miller.
No, no, there's another one with a similar name.
Jarrell Miller.
Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson.
Jared
Jared
Anderson.
Anderson.
Jared-
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, why you guys confused? Why you guys confusing me? I called him Jared Anderson.
I
The
thought
beginning.
you said Jarrell Anderson. I thought
You said Jarrell. You said Jarrell, bro. You did not
Pam
say
Anderson.
Jarrell.
Pamela Anderson.
I said 150. Jarrell, Jared, Jamal. It's all the same shit, man.
Jarrell and Jared is not the same thing, bro. What are you talking about?
Jarrell, Jamal. Listen, Jarrell, Jamal, and Jared. Same motherfucking shit, all right? Don't get on me now.
They're both.
I'd like to know when the Canadian courts are gonna.
Oh, yeah, and Robert Hellenius versus Adam Kanauki. That's quite a good fight as well.
Oh, that's a good fight too. That's the rematch right there.
The medical institutions need to rebook these guys.
Hope
Once
hilarious.
COVID's passed, you know.
Jared Anderson versus Vladimir Tereshkin. Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Jared Anderson is fighting. Yeah.
Oh.
Jared Anderson's is a decent prospect, actually.
So that's a really good undercard, isn't it? I mean, look how many good fights are on that.
You guys want me to tell you? I compare.
No, I don't care.
I compare that a Jabba versus Sanchez. I kind of compare it similar to like Ike.
You versus Haitian.
Ike Biabuchi, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, no. I compare that to that versus David Tua.
Nah,
What?
Come on, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the best heavyweight fights.
Bro, stop your Sam. Don't you have some dildos to be selling?
Alright, I'm gonna have to kick you out, man.
Oh, come on.
Hey, BDA, you already know I'm not engaging with them, right? I'm just trying to
Yeah, that's
be peaceful.
good.
So
yeah,
it's Butcho though. I don't think it's
It's Bucho, bro. All right.
Don't kiss
Bucho.
Yeah, that's not
Right,
me.
Robert Helenius beat Adam Knautsky again.
Bucho in the house, man.
I remember when I first found out BDA, I thought Bucho and BDA were the same person
I
for
don't
like
know.
a long
I don't know how
ass
people.
time.
They sound different. I don't see how people think that.
They sound somewhat
think
alike,
it's
not all the
'cause-
way though.
I think it's because like they both host the shows. So like when I first started listening, like sometimes they would host and not be on at the same time. So I was like, wait, like are they using a
no. It's because we used like a compressor type of thing. It's the same hardware and software that we use. So
that might be it.
yeah, because if you listen to me when I'm talking on my phone, I sound like Speedy Gonzalez more. You know what I mean?
Like Canelo.
Canelo, there. Motherfucker.
I know Mr. BDA has called himself Bucho. So I heard that once. He did say that. He called himself Bucho.
Didn't someone
called himself
Palestinians or something? Remember someone on here was like, "You Pakistanian" or something.
That was
Thought you were
Pigeon,
Pakistan.
dude. Pigeon called King Bucho Sheik Bucho.
Oh yeah, that's when it started. Then there was a Pakistani and the Sheik. And,
Yeah, you're a Pakistani.
yeah, an Arab.
Oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend's fights, man. I want to
Do
see.
you think Robert Helenius can knock out?
my
God,
You got to be doing this on purpose at this point.
Time out, please. The next time I'm gonna kick you out. Whoever's doing that.
Yeah. Kick that
All right?
speedhead out.
Stop
He's
it.
either on the goey or he's got ADD.
He's got a faster fucking start than Usain Bolt. He's out of the
Yo, he's been doing that the whole time, literally.
He must be on the fucking speed.
Listen,
He's either
I
on the
find it
speed or
a
he's
little
got
funny
ADD.
at first, but now it's becoming annoying. Whoever
He's
did
obviously on
that,
about 10.
I'm gonna track
I'm on
you
a
down.
delay. I'm on a delay. I'll have a delay. I'm sorry.
Hey,
every time Elko tries to talk, this guy fucking sprints out of there.
Yeah.
He's shooting.
Now, because you're making fun of L Dog, you're bothering L Dog. I kind of like that, but at the same time, it's disrupting the flow. So I might have to kick you out.
He probably thinks it's me and he's trying to interrupt me, but it's L-Dog. He's probably behind the 8-ball.
Yeah, man. I think it might be Haitian, dude. I think this dude runs an international troll station.
It's either that or this guy's snorting speed or he's just got ADD real bad.
You know they got Nigerian scammers, or they now got Haitian trollers, dude. But yeah, as I was saying, hopefully we get closer to undisputed. That's what I want. There's only two champions in the division. At most, we have two more fights. Oh, sorry, at least two more fights until we can get undisputed. I'm pretty confident Usyk will beat AJ again. I'm not sure about this fight, but hopefully we get him, man.
Hold on, L-Dog.
That's why I want.
No, just a quick question. Why don't you think that this third fight, this Saturday, is... why do you think it's close?
Because Fury's mentally unstable, dude. That's what I honestly believe. I think he's unstable to the point where he could have been on like a months-long coke binge or something and just come into the fight thinking he's going to win.
Does he look
I'll
like
tell
he's
you
been
this.
doing a coke binge?
Well, Wait,
I don't know,
but
dude,
you know
because
what,
they've been
Buccio?
using a lot of old footage, and that's what's getting me, dude. That's what that's what's getting me, dude. Is at this point, like the promos they've been doing were all before he supposedly got the flu thingy, and then that's what I'm worried about. Like, there's just no new footage. Like, is this guy actually stable? I do believe he faked having the Rona because he didn't
Me too.
provide any documentation to the Nevada State Athletic Commission or to Team Wilder showing that he actually had it. I think this dude might have had like a mental breakdown. They're using old footage, and this is just his cash out, dude. That's what I think. It could happen.
I think he's
hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me just.
I don't think he's.
Pete, let's just quickly, and then you can continue. Not, thank you for your contribution. Says, talk about Berlanga's next fight. We'll talk about Berlanga later, man. Thank you. Go ahead, Pete.
Revenga! Revenga! The thing is about Fury, man. You know, whether you think he's mentally unstable or not, or whether you think he's a good heavyweight or not, I frankly think we saw 1 and 2 in the division last week. You know, but regardless, though, you know, with these long layoffs, he does lose momentum. I mean, momentum is big in sports. You know, I'm just saying. Like, I know you guys are basing this next fight on what happened in the second fight, but dude, so much time has passed. I mean, fuck. You know, like you don't know what the fuck. You can't get a handle on these guys, especially a guy like Fury. I'm not saying he's a mental nutcase and all that. I think he's a pain in the ass more than anything to deal with. But he just lost all of his momentum off that second fight. It's just my opinion. I mean, goddamn, that's too long of a layoff. I don't like this. These long layoffs are tough. You know,
that's a perfectly valid opinion.
That's the thing. Like, I don't think this is like look, if this fight had have happened, like let's say there was no Rona or anything, and the fight happened like, I don't know, 4 to 6 months after the second fight. Yeah, I think Fury just walks right through him and obliterates him. But the thing is, like, the dude is not stable, man. He's not like a sane human being. I think this could be like 80% him fucking up and like not training well, and 20% Wilder has actually improved a little bit and now can actually, like, you know, box a little bit.
You know who didn't look mentally stable after the second fight? You know who didn't look mentally stable after the second fight? Fucking Deontay Wilder making all those videos. He looked like he was fucked up.
It was bizarre.
And if you don't think
it was bizarre.
If you don't think Wilder's using drugs as well, you're crazy, man. This guy was also doing something, man. He was like, he looked all fucked up.
I'm telling you, I think Wilder is like, he's not stable, but that might help him in his case, because he's not stable to the point where he's coming in with a lot of belief, actually thinking he can beat Fury. I think Fury's not stable in the sense that he doesn't want this fight. He might actually want to end his life and shit. He's probably using a bunch of drugs. Like, I'm telling you, the fact that they're not showing any new training footage and they're just having to show old training footage of Fury has got me worried. And especially now that we know the Rona was fake. Like, well, we don't know it's fake, but we know he never provided any proof to the Athletic Commission that he actually had it.
If Fury shows
if
up
he showed you a
fat
piece of
as
paper that
fuck-
said, "Oh, good,"
Hold on, wait, hold on. 2 things. First, let me just read a super chat again. Fuck. Okay, I got it. Nicholas, thank you for your contribution. He says both fighters have the same layoff time. That's a good point. That's what I was saying. Both of them are being handicapped by that shit. Also gonna say
he had the trouble with his daughter.
Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead, Pete.
Well, I'm just saying they both have the same layoff time, but in this situation, if you're Wilder, I mean, if you're Fury, you want to get back in there. If you're going to do a third fight, which I'm sorry about College Scripter, whatever that guy's name is, or Nostradamus, whatever his name is, but I said the same thing, which was that this third fight will happen. It's just out of order for it to happen sequentially like this. You know, Fury should have fought basically AJ at the time, but anyway, that's out now. And the layoff, if you're Fury, you want to get back in there as soon as possible. And if you're Wilder, you know, the layoff time does nothing but help you. It lets you design a new costume, By the way, he's coming out in one of those dragon, the dragon heads with the tail with the people behind him, like a centipede. What's his name? Like it's like a 12-foot ball, like a big dragon. And Shelly Finkel's going to be in the back, and so is
milking him.
His new trainer.
He better not blame it on the costume this time, like he did last time.
It's going to be bigger and heavier, even with bigger lights and lasers and everything. The thing about it is, I agree with L Dog though about the Corona thing, but I don't know about the whole he wants to kill himself. Tyson Fury is just a fucking, how do you want to call it, man? He's a gamer when it comes to
the con artist. He knows how to make you feel bad.
He's a con
And he's
artist.
fucking beating the shit out of you.
I don't even know if that mental illness thing's real. It could just be a troll. You can't believe anything.
Exactly.
I believe all these guys out of the ring. All these guys out of the ring on these long layoffs. None of them are going to be like, I don't know what you expect. I don't know if anybody's ever had any downtime like away from work, but you tend to get in trouble and shit. You tend to.
Yeah.
It's a long time in between fights, man. And I'll tell you something about Fury. He's just a fucking pain in the ass to deal with. Pre-fight promotion, he comes in with the Batman outfit, and he's just making a fucking. In some ways, it's good, but in some ways, it's cringe too.
He knows man. Listen, win or lose, That guy knows the story. He knows
the shit was kind of funny.
The long layoff favors Wilder because he has been training throughout this layoff.
You have no evidence to
evidence
suggest
at
that.
all,
You're doing is
No. I'm gonna give you my case. I'm gonna give you my case for it. Like I don't have hard. I can't prove it. But this is my reason why I think it. This is like why I have reason to believe that. He has been training throughout the thing, which is good because we knew his fundamentals were trash, dude. There were some basic things he needed to correct, and I think he probably has worked on them, so they will be improved a little bit.
Based
now,
on
the
what?
Other
No. It's only thing.
Hold on. The other thing, and the more important thing is look at Wilder's style, right? Pretty much, we know he's got power. He can land a shot. He can hurt you, and he can get you out of there.
Right.
Fury's reflexes aren't going to be there because of the layoff. Now, you could say that Wilder's timing won't be there, but Wilder is a retard boxer. He doesn't have any timing skills. He just throws punches, and if they land, they land.
Good. He's going to open himself up. He's going to open himself up.
Fury ain't no slick boxer. You said it better. Okay. Oh, go ahead, Bucho.
No, I'm saying he's going to open himself up, man. And
yeah, he is.
Oh no, yeah. L-Dog.
Oh, sorry.
What makes you believe that he actually trained this time around? Like what?
I've been seeing clips. You've been
seeing clips. What? Those clips where he's punching the pads? He's hitting the pads?
Apartment building?
What else? That's it?
I've been seeing clips of him hitting those things. I've seen he's made changes to his team, bringing Malik Scott in as his full-time trainer. And I've seen him, I have seen him sparring. Little clips of him sparring. But this is the thing. At least he's showing me something. With Fury, I haven't seen anything, dude. I haven't seen anything new.
I'll show you. I'll tell you. Go watch the second fight. How easy it was. Do you actually?
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay, so what do you want to see Fury do? He already showed you what he can do in the second fight. He's not going to show you anything else in training.
Dude,
you know what I mean? You're not going to be impressed with Tyson Fury in the training camp. You saw what he did in the second fight. That's enough.
I would like to see Fury train, come in a little leaner, and just a little lighter, not too much, because he's still going to be heavier. But he was 270 for the last fight.
Yeah,
273.
Yeah, 273. I'd like to see him come in around 265, 262. He's still going to be a lot heavier there, but if he's leaner, it showed me he's been working on himself. He's cut off some of the dead weight. He's just in shape. That's what I want to see.
Okay. He says he trains to keep his mental health. So.
Yeah.
All right. You know what did come out though in the second fight, leading up to the second fight. You know what he did? For his strength and conditioning, he hired this guy named Mike Dolce. You guys are familiar with him from the MMA scene? He's like the Victor Conti type of, Ariza / Angel Heredia type dude for the UFC. He's like the go-to guy. in the UFC for strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, for all that.
Yeah, the UFC's basically got two like nutritionists, dietitians, Mike Dolce and George Lockhart. Those are the two.
Yeah, and Dolce did a long interview about working with Tyson.
All I'm saying,
by the
man,
way,
is
Eldar.
Fury struggles in the fights he shouldn't struggle in. And the fact, what J-Dog said was interesting about Fury trains for his mental health. Well, if I haven't seen any new training footage of Tyson Fury, then there is a chance that his mental health isn't good and that the dude isn't training.
There's not
And
a good. There's a chance. There's not a good chance. I don't know where
Yeah,
you get
there's
a
a
good
cha-
chance
yeah,
because
there's a chance.
No. Eldog, sorry to cut you off, but also like somebody in the chat mentioned that Sugar Hill likes to keep things private and like he doesn't want to show the game plan, and that's true. The Kronk Gym they work like that, from what I understand, and. I was gonna say something. If you look at both trainers, Wilder's trainer and Fury's trainer, which one seems like more mentally,
Blacker?
like sharper? What is the word I'm looking for?
Okay, Sugar Hill, 100%.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say this: Malik Scott knows more about boxing than JD's. That's like for whatever that's worth.
Yes.
Like I know that's not a big
You know what,
achievement,
L-Dog?
but he does
L-Dog,
know
let me
more than
just-
JD's.
L-Dog, let me just bring one thing to your attention, right? I hear what you're saying. For all we know, we don't know one way or the other, but for all we know, you're not seeing any footage, so therefore Fury could be a fucking train wreck. But you do remember leading up to the first Wilder fight when he really went off the rails. You remember he was out like, I don't know what, like fucking pounding
2-3
beers
years?
in like bars. Yeah, I'm talking about he was on like Instagram. He was being filmed out and about. That seems to be his style, was to go fucking crazy publicly. Like he was in a bunch of bars and shit, like doing shots and fucking getting crazy, 300 and 400 pounds. So you haven't seen that in this downtime, I must say. You did see him shopping for Ferraris the day after he got COVID, but other than that, a little bit of bullshit.
Yeah, look, this is the thing, man. I don't have much faith in Fury. He should win this fight.
I don't either.
But
I think he's
Fury, this is anything but a foregone conclusion, in my opinion.
I called it a draw. So
Okay, but Pete, you're a gambler here. You're placing a bet on a draw. I assume.
No. Honestly, Bucho, I really think that first fight was the best out of both of these guys. I just really think that was their true styles, their true levels, their true abilities. I just think that the one thing I'll say about the layoff for Wilder. Well, first of all, I'm not just shitting on Wilder. I'm shitting on Fury too. What L-Dog said earlier was right, which was slick boxer or boxer puncher. That's Usyk. That's what your Fury is just a herky jerky, like erratic.
Yep.
He doesn't even know what he's going to do next. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not. Both of them are like not the best in the division, but I will say this: the thing about Wilder is he's too hard-headed to let his fucking hand heal. That injury he had with his hand. And that's why you see him coming in the second fight 215 pounds, because he can't lift weights. If that guy doesn't lift weights, he turns into a fucking, he looks like Dikembe Mutombo. All right? So you see his fucking legs, all right?
Yeah.
Tripping over that leg extension machine is the only time he's ever touched that. He doesn't even know what that device is down there. He just wants it out of his way.
Yeah, guys, remember some people mentioned the weight, the fact that Wilder put on weight since the first fight. And in the second fight, he weighed in at 233 or some shit. Some people were saying that was a bad thing. What do you guys think about?
Okay, yeah, but Deontay Wilder, he's going to throw his right hand, right? So it behooves him it benefits him to put as much muscle on as he can. He doesn't put on any fat. But when he fucks his hand up, he cannot lift. I mean, think about it. I don't know if you've ever heard, I severed my bicep tendon a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half.
The only evidence they have that the weight might have been a problem is that he got his ass beat. But
I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm not saying
no.
I'm
not saying
I'm not. He got clipped.
I'm not saying you, but you can see he started to. So okay, after the first fight with Fury, right? He was like 212. I believe his next fight it was with what's his name the bum, the guy that just stood there, Brazil.
So
the bump.
Yeah, but he was about 220, close to
I
220.
was gonna say Stavern.
Then
You know
he
what's
went.
funny? When he said the bum, we all knew who he was talking about as well.
I was gonna say Stavern just stood there. The thing about it is,
Wait, time
Wilder,
out. No, I just want to show you a pattern,
go
right?
ahead.
Real quick. So the pattern was he was starting to go up in weight because I think he understands that being that small, sometimes it's not going to work for bigger guys, right? So he's basically 212 pounds. The only thing that he has to neutralize the weight is his height. He's going to either be taller than you or at the very least your height, right? So that's what he has, but he also has to have weight. What happened was that he was forced on the back foot. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that, because he was like under 220 or under 215 when he fought Gerald Washington. Gerald Washington was able to do the same thing to him that Fury did with the feints, except that he's not Fury and he couldn't sustain that, right? He wasn't aggressive about it, but he was able to get him to do the same thing. So I think the weight doesn't have anything to do with that. I think the reason why he's trying to be 230 is because he doesn't want to go in there, giving up 60 pounds almost to a fucking guy that's even taller than him. You know what I mean?
Recognize. I don't know what the optimal weight is for the guy. If it's 250 and fucking jacked, if he got caught with that fucking left cross by Fury or by Ruiz or by AJ or by Usyk or by fucking Brazil or by anybody, full extension, full fucking power, heavyweight shot to the fucking right on the button, he's going to be on Queer Street. I don't care how much he fucking weighs. So that second fight, okay, it's like this. The reason I'm like, I'm not just gambling. I'm saying like, the reason I'm saying this is like, all right, after that fight, how delusional Wilder, right? The fans got delusional first, yes. Then Wilder starts releasing these vignettes. Your king is back, and they fucking robbed me, and the fucking not even the cheating gloves could keep me down. The whole fucking thing, right? Delusional, right? Okay, Wilder, you got clipped. Move on. Just move on. Like, fucking, just keep it moving. Don't say a word. Put your headphones on and don't say anything rather than say that bullshit. Now, I got to say the same thing to Fury though. You clipped him in one fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you a come forward destroyer now? Because did Sugar Hill make you realize that you have punching power?
Yes.
Come on, man. He's going to be the same Tyson Fury. Oh, he's a come forward. He's going to be like,
Yes.
He's going to be seek and destroy now. Okay.
Yes.
Don't you think Fury would have recognized whatever he recognized before Sugar Hill?
No, hold on.
No
Let me
one,
tell
no
you
one ever
this.
said,
No,
"Wow, you can punch."
He's very versatile. He can do a lot of things, and he can actually. We know this. Fury's very good, like on his feet. He's very light, even though he's very heavy. He moves like a lightweight, basically. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but anyways, his former trainer, what was his name? Ben Davison. Come on, you gotta blame Ben. You gotta blame Ben Davison for that performance in the first fight. You gotta blame Ben
Davison. He fought a good fight the first fight.
No,
I thought he fought a good fight.
The way he go down twice, man. Yeah, I don't know if it was an okay performance. If it would have been a good
Freddie
performance,
Roach is
he
like,
wouldn't have
go at
gone.
It was better than the fucking Klitschko performance, right? I mean, he didn't just simply move at the waist and then land a shot and clinch. It was
Pete.
That fight was horrible.
But see, Fury can get away with fighting like that, but he can also come forward because he's such a big guy. And
I know that he's unpredictable. No doubt.
Opened his eyes. Sugar Hill opened his eyes. Like, listen, you're a big guy, man. You can knock this motherfucker out. So yeah, in a way, yeah, Pete. I think Sugar Hill actually made Fury realize that he can fight another way.
Well, I mean, then Ben Davidson really is sorry then, and Tyson Fury really is blind then, because if you can't see he's a big guy, he fucking hit the pads. He fucking hit Sugar Hill's pads, and he goes, "Whoa, hey,
no." Have you seen how?
No shit.
Pete, did you see how he was hitting the pads with Ben Davison? He was just flicking that jab like a slap type of thing. You know that flicking jab that Ali used to throw kind of thing?
Yeah.
He was doing that. Come on.
Yeah.
He was never really
That's true. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. Ben Davidson's got to be one of the most polarizing trainers I've ever heard of, man. This guy's fucking, his stock goes up and down like Donald Trump's signature. But the thing about it is, you go.
Yeah, the thing about Fury's style is, he's never always been like an outfighter, never like a slick outfighter. He's always been awkward, but even during his earlier days, he was a bit of a bully. Like he wasn't scared to use his size. He wasn't scared to like pressure you and use like wear down on you and be dirty and clinch with you and frame off.
Stick his
I think
tongue out.
Sugar Hill, yeah, I think Sugar Hill has just gone like looked at his fights and gone back to what was really Tyson because he could always fight on the outside, but he was never. I think he sort of shifted from in the Chisora fight. I think that's when he started becoming like a real outfighter, using his jab and just not really. The last time he did what he did to Wilder was against Cunningham, and how many years ago was that? Yeah, I think.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah, I think Sugar Hill has. Yeah, cruiserweight. I mean, Wilder is basically a cruiserweight. I would not be surprised if someone like Breedis was about the same weight. But yeah.
All right. You know what? Maybe we should write down these predictions. Start writing
I
them
feel
down.
like people sleep on Tyson Fury's punching power a little bit. I don't think he's pillow fisted, but I think he has respectable power. You know what I'm saying? They did the same thing with Usyk, and look what he did to Joshua.
150, you fair weather ass man, you.
Oh, that's a good point. Hold on.
You said what? Pete,
go ahead.
You said
no,
what?
you go. I just said 150, you fair weather ass man, you. Go ahead, Bucho.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget because we're talking about punching power. Still, there's still people that believe that Tyson Fury does not have any punching power.
And they don't understand boxing. They don't understand power. They don't
That's
understand.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Look at the second Chisora fight. He didn't drop
power,
Chisora, but his face was busted up, man.
Yeah, power. People just look at. But I'm sorry, Butcher.
No, that's it.
No, they look at power, right? They'll look at somebody and they'll say, "Oh, well, his fights go the distance, or this, and he hasn't been knocking out anybody." But it's like, who are you going up against? Who are you measuring that? Are you measuring that against a guy who's never been knocked out? Let's just say for one. So if that guy has never been knocked out, why are you shocked that this guy couldn't knock him out? Did he clearly beat him?
Otto Wallin.
Yeah, okay, so Otto Wallin hasn't. He's got that one loss against Fury. Other than that, he hasn't lost a fight, so he hasn't been knocked out. Okay, he hasn't been knocked. Maybe somebody will knock him out, but to expect, to say Fury, you're a bad person. You're not a good boxer the way I thought you were, because you couldn't knock Otto Wallin out, who at that point had never been knocked out. I think you're looking at it all wrong.
I didn't say bad person. I didn't say bad fighter. I'm just saying he's
No, I'm not saying you, Pete. I'm not saying you.
No, you're going after Pete.
But
just
I'm
be
taking it
honest.
personal. I'm just kidding.
Pete, listen, you got to calm down, Pete. Calm down.
You're out of line. Pete, you're out of line, man. Come on.
Hey, you're out of line these days, man.
No, I'm saying he's...
No, you're out of line.
You're out of fucking line.
You're out of line.
All of a sudden, you're getting fresh. All I'm saying is, I'm not getting fresh. I'm not getting a fresh mouth. I'm just saying that I got to look at Fury's fighting style in his whole career, man. I mean, I understand the second fight is what it, but I got to tell Wilder, look, you got clipped. Fucking get over it and move on. And I got to tell Fury, look, you clipped the guy. A lot of people have clipped Wilder. The motherfucker doesn't understand enough to hold. You clipped him and you did your job. You stayed on him until they stopped the fight. That's it. So I can't get carried away. I gotta tell both guys just to fucking slow down. Now the mental. Go ahead.
I still think you're out of line, but go ahead.
I'm out of line. I am.
I just don't understand how some people think it's a 50-50 fight. I mean, Wilder has a chance. Of course, he has a chance. But it's not a 50-50 fight. And the L-Dog keeps bringing up like he's not mentally stable. I mean, do we have to go that far? I think we're reaching at this point. To give Wilder a chance, Fury needs to be all mentally fucked up. And come on, man. Seriously, if he's not mentally fucked up, what's going to happen? If Fury comes in mentally prepared, what do you think is going to happen? That's what I'm talking about. This is what we have to talk about, man. And we had the second fight. We already had the second fight, guys. Based on that, I don't see fucking Wilder landing anything.
It's definitely premature, but they took such long layoffs. They both should have tuned up.
But they
Wilder should
both
have
have the
tuned up.
layoff.
Yeah, I mean
I
they
know, I
both
know,
had
I
long
know. That's what I'm
layoffs.
saying. Wilder
You
should have
couldn't
tuned
tune
up like a normal person, like a normal fucking human being that gets knocked out. LED lights or not, and Fury should have. It's just Eddie Hearn and Aaron pissing on each other. And you know they kept canceling those dates on those fights, and they kept hopscotching and resetting behind the other one. Y'all notice that? Every time they'd reset a fight, the date would be behind the other two. They were just like bluffing with each other. And you know it didn't happen. And the Saudis, you know, someone said it earlier, but you're right.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn was working that shit. He did an interview at the Canelo fight, and he goes, "I don't know what the fuck is going on with Bob Arum, man. This fucking guy loves me one minute, he hates me the next. I'm working my ass off over here."
Hey, somebody's in the chat. Somebody's mentioning. Remember, the hell is that sound?
I'm brushing my teeth. Yeah,
I was gonna say that.
He's got some hell of a teeth, right?
Hey guys, remember when before the second fight, Wilder fans were like, "Yeah, he can, Fury can win rounds and shit like that, but all Wilder needs is 2 seconds." Remember?
Yes, because that was the theme. So it was like
Wilder was saying that, for Christ.
Right, even Wilder was saying it.
Yeah.
He was saying, I could be perfect for 1 second or some shit, like 2 seconds. 2 seconds of me, and I can knock you out. Like you'll end up like this. You'll have the ambulance coming for you.
Yeah, bro. I think you know what I'm saying. I mean, I could. We like I said before, we all know Wilder has a puncher's chance. You know what I'm saying.
You do.
I just think honestly think like, bro, when these power punchers step up in competition, man, they just go the distance, and everyone's so surprised. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, what the fuck is going on? He should have knocked him out. This and that. You
The
see
real
Tyson
boxing
Fury.
fans understand it, right?
That's
They're
what
like,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
we understand
Yeah,
exactly what's happening.
we seeing Tyson Fury get up. That's what I'm saying. Guys like Berlanga, Tank Davis, Wilder, they step in competition. They're gonna be going the distance. They're not gonna be knocking out world level competition. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the best fighting the best, bro.
To me, I'm not betting on Wilder, but I will give him a chance because I always say to myself, if he can get him to fight, if he can do something in the ring, which he can do, he was born with natural gifts that he would be able to do. If he uses it, he can stop Fury from coming forward. Whether he can do it or not, I doubt it. That if he can get him to fight like that, maybe this time, because he did land that combination in the last round was a nice punch punch combo. It was a nice combination that he landed on him. It's just that, so he basically did his job, is what I'm trying to say, which is get outboxed, just stay in the fight. Don't get yourself hurt. Stay in the fight, and then eventually you're gonna catch Fury. And the only difference was that Fury got up compared to everybody else.
Did Wilder recognize? Did Wilder set up that combination? Did he set it up?
I don't. It just looked like
no.
he shocked him.
Look at it.
Just shocked him, right? Yeah,
he didn't set it up. It has more to do with with Fury, like clowning around and being like. And this is
in the first fight, Bucho. You talking about?
Bucho,
you talking about?
Yeah, the first fight.
Spilka, the first fight. Yeah, first fight. Spilka was outboxing Wilder, gets overconfident, lunges in, almost dies. Right? Are you gonna tell me? Oh, look at Wilder did a great job at. Well, he was just waiting for that because he knew he was gonna come in. Anyways, but he didn't set it up, man. He just
that's what I'm saying.
No, Fury's style is exhausting. Fury's style is exhausting.
I don't know if he understands. Like this is why I don't trust Wilder. I don't know.
Wilder doesn't know what's going on, man.
Brush your teeth.
Yeah, this is fucking jerking off or something.
He was strong, right?
Recognize.
He's brushing that shit hard. Anyway, but
recognize.
What I was gonna say. Yes.
Wilder doesn't know what the hell is going on in the ring, I think.
I think so too. That's something I really do, because if I'm looking at him, I'm thinking to myself, okay, you have a shot when this guy is fighting you off the back foot, because he has to do that for every fucking minute of a round. He has to keep that pace. So you're in the fight,
because you got that, you got that nice overhand right. But I'm saying to myself, does Wilder even know that? Does he know that? Does he understand concepts of fighting? Like, okay, so you're bad at backing up. So maybe you don't want somebody backing you up. So what do you do to stop that? What do you do? Do you understand that maybe if you jab, you throw your jab, even if you're like throwing jabs that are missing, you just keep throwing it. He still has to work off that.
An actual jab. A
Right.
hard,
Fury
stiff
still
jab.
has to work. Right. Fury still has to work around that. Right. Instead of just you backing up looking lost, because now he could just keep feinting. And
He
then
just paused with his jab. That's the problem.
yes. So
He gets clipped coming forward too, guys. We watched Wilder get almost clipped fucking damn near every other fight.
Yeah.
Ortiz is touching him up going backwards. To the head and the body. And we've watched him come forward against Szpilka. And one guy we watched him in the corner go for the knockout in the corner. And this guy threw a right hand. Maybe it was Brazil. Threw a fucking right hand that if he had thrown it about 3 inches over, not because Wilder moved his head or anything, he came straight in, winging that right hand like he had a hatchet in it, like he's a fucking axe murderer, and chin up. Damn, I can't remember what film. Bucho made a film study about this guy, and I'm like, dude, if he had fucking,
I don't think
if this guy had thrown that punch for any reason, if his stance had been cocked over maybe 15 degrees to the left, Wilder would have got knocked the fuck out. So, I mean, we've all seen it. And that first fight is exactly what happened. He was winging that right hand. Fury was outboxing him. But towards the end, you're right. I don't know about setting anything up.
No. Fury made the
Fury's style is
mistake of-
exhausting.
And by the way,
Fury's
the
style is
longer
exhausting,
you stay in a fight with Wilder, there's more of a chance of you making a mistake and him catching you. You know what I mean? So you gotta back up the guy. You gotta do exactly what Tyson Fury did in that second fight. You're the aggressor. You have to force Wilder to be on the back foot, and he's done. He's completely done. He crosses
that's
his
why
leg,
I
he
don't have
walks.
much confidence Wilder could win this third fight. I don't have much confidence because of that, because I think that's gonna whether it goes 7 rounds exactly like that, that's gonna be in Fury's head. That he can add with just some feints and some jabs and some a little overhand right. That's gonna back him up.
And recognize. Remember the narrative going into the second fight. It's like the puncher against the boxer in a way. Wilder is the one that is the guy with the knockout power. Tyson Fury cannot hurt Wilder. In that second fight, it was that narrative went to the shit, man. It was Fury has power. Fury can box. Fury can do basically almost everything that Wilder can't do, man. Like he can do everything better. So he has power, guys. All right. So what the fuck is Wilder gonna do now? What the fuck is he gonna do? Tell me. What the fuck is he gonna do? Stand his ground.
Peekaboo.
Nah.
Rope-a-dope
there. Fuck him.
He's gonna come in there like Ali, floating around in there.
Man, Wilder better clench his ass.
Gonna do a Malik Scott.
Yeah, I can't even do it.
Imagine if he done a Malik Scott.
If they froze Muhammad Ali's brain and give it to Wilder with that height and reach, maybe he could fucking.
He's gonna look like Ali lighting the Olympic torch in Atlanta. And when you seen him out there, you're like, whoa, this guy, it's not good.
That was inspiring, actually.
It was, but it deteriorated. A lot of young dudes that wanted to be boxers or whatever.
A lot of parents.
Yeah, they're like, I don't want my son boxing if he's gonna.
A lot of parents that grew up on Ali were like, all right, this fucking kid ain't boxing. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
that's Ali.
They show video.
Well,
of people crying. Remember that shit? Remember they show video of people crying and like looking at Muhammad Ali. They were like fucking in shock.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you get
Chisora beat Malik Scott.
Yeah, especially coming from a guy that was so eloquent, charismatic, had it all together when he was young.
That's what our parents saw, They saw that Ali, and then they seen that in '96, and they were going,
right.
Young Matrix wants to box? Get him out of there.
They're like, anyway, he's not that smart. Just let him box.
Yeah, you know what?
It's not gonna hurt him. It's not gonna hurt anything.
Are you writing the predictions down, Bucho?
If you wanna, are you ready?
Yeah, write me down for 11th round TKO stoppage for Tyson Fury.
All right, Tyson
Write me down for the 10th stoppage. 10th round stoppage. Tyson Fury.
All right, hold on. Okay, what's your name again?
150.
Dream Team. You can just put 150.
Wait, I'm gonna check that. Hold on.
$150.
Yeah, $150. They call me $150. OG
The
Boogie.
Raleigh Durham.
150
The
M.
Raleigh Durham rookie.
Okay, so what's your
Call him
prediction?
the Raleigh Durham rookie.
He's a Raleigh Durham rookie.
All right, what's your prediction again? Sorry, 150 Dream Team.
10th round TKO.
TKO.
Fury 10th. All right. Anybody else?
Man, bro, if Water gets stopped early, goddamn, I think he's done, man.
Sorry.
Like, imagine he gets stopped in like the fucking 7th or some shit like how he did last time, or even worse. I think he's done, man. For real, what the hell are you gonna do?
What are the odds on Malik Scott throwing the white towel in?
I can see that.
Bumzilla got that. Okay, what was it?
Hold on. Wilder, guys, do you think Wilder didn't tell Malik Scott don't throw in the towel no matter what? Come
That
on.
would be weird. That's a weird conversation to have with someone.
He had it. I guarantee you he had it. I guarantee you.
Hey, don't throw that towel in.
Yeah, maybe the ref was
He's probably even gonna he's probably gonna
It's
ban.
one of those things.
Yo, Wilder might. I'm just sorry.
I see Malik Scott getting very emotional and running in the
You
ring.
don't have a choice sometimes.
Wilder's gonna ban towels. Mark my words. Wilder's gonna ban all towels in his corner.
No towels.
No towels.
Yeah.
Malik Scott is not someone. He's not delusional. He seems like a decent person. He'll throw the towel in if necessary. Like, he's a good guy, from what I've seen.
He can't. There's no towels. How can he throw a towel?
Malik Scott seems like a good
Good
guy.
case.
Hey, I want to ask you guys something. Anybody that believes that was in the contract with Breland, what in any of Wilder's fights would lead you to believe that would need to be in the contract? Like, it's not like Amir Khan or I don't know. Name some guys that got punchy. You know, like Matisse. Like these guys that all of a sudden just started getting clipped, like Kell Brook. Okay, look. If you're coming off of like a stoppage or Gabe Rosado, this fucking guy will go until he looks like a fucking murder victim. He's gonna get cut up in the next fight. But like, what in Wilder? What prior to that second Fury fight would you think Wilder would even think to put that or even have that conversation with Breland? Thank you.
Yeah, that would kind of show that it could go that way if he put it in the contract.
I don't know what to say about that.
He didn't know. He just fucking wanted to get rid of Breland. It's just about pacifying Deontay Wilder, saying that Breland was a problem. Meanwhile, if Deontay Wilder if anything happened in that fight that got through to Deontay Wilder, I mean, obviously he's working on his bench press. That he maybe thought that was a problem. But if anything got through to him, he should have kept Breland. They didn't want to pay Breland, and they cut Breland loose and smeared him. And this bullshit about not throwing in the towel. Who was the ref in that fight? Bayless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Bayless was ready to step in anyway. I don't think he even saw that towel. And I can't believe he even went 7 rounds. I mean,
I don't think he
got
saw
clipped
the
in
towel.
The 3rd round.
No, he
I don't
didn't
think
see
he
the
did
towel.
either.
He didn't see the towel.
He looked very concerned, like early
Wouldn't you
on.
be? I can't. You guys keep saying 7 rounds. I keep forgetting it went that far.
Hey,
it took 4 rounds of an ass beating.
Did Kenny Bayless talk to Wilder in between rounds, telling him to show him something, or I mean, sometimes they do that, right?
Yeah, but I didn't see that.
They didn't see
I
it
don't
either.
think
See,
Bayless.
I don't like
I
that.
don't think Bayless is that.
He should have. He should have.
Hey, who took a worse beating? Who took a worse beating? Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz in the 7th round, or Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. 7th round.
Deontay Wilder, man.
First fight.
Wilder.
His face is broken.
AJ was coming off of a fucking knockdown. AJ just
that dent in the head.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Yeah,
Wilder had the dent, eardrum is bleeding and shit.
The egg weight shaped dent that the autopsy uncovered.
The autopsy showed that his dent.
I know everyone.
Why you stop this one? Oh, that's terrible.
We all seen a fucking freeze frame when fucking Wilder's lip is hanging off his damn face and getting off that punch.
Busted.
Yo, that was bad.
The body shot knockdown was awkward. I don't think he fell because he was hurt, like his knees gave, or because he got hit to the liver or something. No, I think he just he didn't trip either. I think he just got run over.
Which knockdown? That when AJ got knocked down with that body shot?
No, that's Wilder. It was weird. It's not like the body shot hurt him. It's not like he tripped either, but basically just the 270-pound man coming forward, basically just he overwhelmed him and he got hit. And I guess he wasn't his legs were well positioned.
270 pounds and with the knowledge that he could punch. 270 pounds and with punching knowledge that he has a hard punch. Sugar Hill was like, whoa. Hey, man.
What's that background noise?
Anybody ever tell you could punch? You could punch hard? No. Well, goddamn, boy. They agree with me.
Yeah, what I'm saying, that body shot didn't hurt him really, but I don't know why he fell. Why did he fall?
He was fucking.
He was going backwards, no? He was wasn't he on the back foot and then? It was weird, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like he bent over because he got hurt.
No, he was no. His legs were gone. That's for sure. By that point, his legs were gone. I think.
Yeah, his legs was.
So that's what I'm getting at. His legs were gone. What do you think? Is there something to that? A little bit of truth when he said my legs are gone?
Well, yeah, there's truth.
Sure.
You know what, Gonzalo? It could be what I was mentioning earlier, the weight, though. Look at his legs. He put on 20 pounds or something for that second fight, and his legs still remained really thin, like toothpicks. I don't know if that's good, man. All that weight on those legs in a fucking fight. Maybe he didn't feel comfortable.
Because he gains it to his upper body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his right hand looked kind of sloppy and slow compared to the other right hands that he throws where he's more quick and throws it straight, and fast. He was missing. His timing was off because he was heavy too. He was slow. He needs to he's better at 220, that guy.
Yeah, he's better at 220. I agree. Yeah, he definitely looked like shit in the second fight, for sure.
Well, he's coming in at 230 something. So,
funnily enough,
what do you think Wilder's ring music will be next?
What?
Do you think he goes the same ring music as last time?
Oh no! Something similar though. Something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be ironic how he lost though. And then
Some
Tyson
African
Fury
drums.
his ring music.
All right, people in the chat, you can join us on Discord by clicking the link that's in the description. Yeah, and just click the fucking link.
Yeah, I just hope Fury doesn't
all
go
the
on the back
undercard
foot.
fights are going to be entertaining as well. I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to jump people when they was talking. I just got a bit carried away.
The Kaunaki versus what's his name?
Hellenius.
Nightmares, the tall dude. Robert Hellenius. Yeah, that's going to be a good fight. And
who do you think wins it?
Versus the Nigerian guy. I think the Nigerian guy beats him.
Yeah. They are really big fights on the undercard.
He's okay.
Do you think Charles Martin's going to get another title shot?
I'd hope not.
Well, he did beat. Who did he beat last? Guy. He was on the undercard of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder.
I don't even know, man.
I'd rather I'd rather him be a god. I wouldn't want him
Yeah,
to
I'm
be
about to say he
champion.
doesn't need no damn title shot.
Just let that man
He's
live
not
his
that
life as
impressive.
a god.
I just want to see if either Fury or Wilder, whoever wins the fight, has the balls to fight Usyk. Let's see who's gonna do that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Usyk. He has that rematch, but
Yeah, that too.
you never know.
The loser might face AJ next.
I got him winning the rematch though. I don't know what the hell AJ can do. I think Usyk just got his number.
I think if Usyk wins, he's gonna lose a belt here, another belt there, and yeah, we're gonna end up with like 3 or 4 champions again. I don't have a lot of hope for a unification. That's just my take
Yeah,
on
me
it.
too, man. I don't think that unification is going to happen anytime soon.
Nah.
Like maybe 2024, 2023.
Yeah, they might push some mandatories out in the way and all that shit.
That's right.
Yeah,
Right.
because I think Usyk got 2 mandatories.
I think Usyk is good, man. To like at least what is he? 34, going on 35.
Yeah, he's 34. Yeah,
He's still gonna be good. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he's still good at 38, man.
yeah, I think he's gonna be good for a little while. Not
Yeah.
too long, but I think he'll be good.
The WBA has got its own little tournament going on, so I don't know how that'll work out. I don't know if he'll have to defend against whoever wins that.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's a lot of mandatory. So he's to keep all those belts, assuming he gets AJ.
Yeah, I think one of his mandatories is Joe Joyce. I think I forgot the other one.
All right. In the chat, OG Boogie says Fury knocks out Deontay Wilder in the 9th round.
Nice.
I gotta add G Boogie.
I'm going. I forgot to tell you, man. I'm going with UD. I don't know why, but unanimous decision for Fury.
He knocked out Gerald Washington in the 6th round.
Shit, who in the
Charles
6th?
Martin did.
Oh, Charles
Martin knocked out Gerald Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Charles Martin, not that impressive.
Yeah. But he still walks the earth with gods, you know what I'm saying? The gods, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think he's been humbled a bit, since that AJ defeat.
Yeah. Probably when you get knocked out pretty fast.
Well, did he get paid to take a dive though? 'Cause that fight was a bit suspect, wasn't it? Where he just fell over.
If you think Charles Martin is better than that, I don't know. I don't know if he's better than that.
All right, so I just want to reiterate something that I said earlier. Like, if you say this is a close fight, anything can happen, but you pick Wilder to win by stoppage, and then Wilder actually wins by stoppage, don't come here and brag about it, all right? Because you were on the fence, basically. You were sitting on the fence. I want predictions, real predictions, all right? This isn't a 50-50 fight. And yeah. Because I know Haitian's going to do that. Go ahead.
It depends which way Fury fights, though, innit? If he starts fighting negative and starts going on the back foot, then depends which Fury turns up, isn't it?
Yeah, but which Fury do you think is going to show up?
Well, hopefully the one that turned up in the second fight.
Yeah.
Because if he hesitates with Wilder and starts going on the back foot, that takes up a lot more energy, I think.
Yeah, no. And then you're going to run into something at some point. And no.
Yeah.
Why would he hesitate, though, man? You seen what happened in the second fight?
Yeah. Well, he's full of mind games, Fury. You'll never know what he's gonna do, innit? That's the good thing about him. You can't pinpoint what he's gonna do. He's not a robot.
I mean, he did say what he was going to do, like exactly what he was going to do, and he did it.
Somebody has background noise. I don't know who it is.
Well, sorry.
What else? Recognize is probably I don't know what the hell Recognize is doing. It's outside. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Quickly, in the chat. What do we have here? Black Lazarus says Fury could just give belt
bodega.
back, but now he wants good punishment. Okay, whatever. Jeff Luciera says Wilder needs distance to get that rangefinder and big right off. Fury will smother him again. Good point.
Yep.
What else do we have here? C Lion says Joe Joyce, batter Wilder, and AJ. Okay, he thinks very highly of Joe Joyce.
Probably would.
Are we shitting too much on AJ now?
No, I'm not shitting. Listen, AJ is who I thought he was, and I think he could get better. I just don't think it's his time right now. Remember, the heavyweight division maturity starts going up around 31, 32, 33, around that age. You know, he still has some time. And I do think that, look, even though I think it was Usyk that was confusing him and getting him to fight like maybe the wrong game plan, he can improve in that and give Usyk a better fight and even maybe beat him. I'm not going to rule that out. I just think that at this time, Usyk is that dude. So I wouldn't be surprised if he beat him again. You know, so I'm not gonna shit on AJ. Say AJ don't have a shot. If he has a shot, and he could get better.
Yeah, I agree. Recognize, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't write AJ off. You know, he arguably was the number one guy prior to Usyk beating him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have 3 belts for no reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I just think Usyk got his number, man. I think Usyk is just nightmare. He's just a nightmare stylistically for anybody in the division. You know what I'm saying? He's moving like a fucking middleweight, man. And he's a southpaw on top of that, and he's just very slick. You know what I'm saying? Very good fighter. And
you see in the 12th round of that fight,
man,
did anyone notice the white towel being waved?
Yeah.
So technically, was that a TKO for Usyk?
In my eyes, it was a TKO. I ain't gonna lie.
But so they cheated. They cheated him out of that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know Eddie Hearn don't want that shit to happen.
So that's the thing, isn't it? Boxing is becoming quite fixed, isn't it? With Eddie Hearn and his.
The shit been fixed for years, though, man.
So I notice what Eddie Hearn likes to do. He likes to feed his fighters to the slaughterhouse, isn't it? Like to Canelo.
No, I don't think he was trying to beat him. I think he thought he probably could win, but I mean, I don't know.
Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn is nothing, though. I don't think without Anthony Joshua, do you think once Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury retire, do you think British boxers have any chance of getting to heavyweight gold again? Is Joe Joyce any good, do you think?
Yeah, Joe Joyce is good. Yeah, he's a formidable opponent. He's got a good chin. He hits pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? I just have to see him against like the top guys. I think he's good though. Yeah.
Maybe it'd be another Ukraine takeover, isn't it? Like when Vladimir Klitschko and Vitaly took over.
No. I mean, Usyk started a little late, so I'm not sure how long he could dominate for it. In Usyk versus Tyson Fury, that fight, doing that. I ain't gonna lie, like I think Usyk can win, but at the same time, I'm on the fence with that. I think Fury's a little too big in his style. Like he might rough up Usyk. You know what I'm saying? He would definitely he will not fight Usyk out Joshua. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen.
Do you think Andy Ruiz was just a one-hit wonder?
Nah, I don't think he's a one-hit wonder. I think he's good too, but I don't think he's that good. I don't even think Andy Ruiz could beat Chisora, bro. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
So I think Andy Ruiz beats Chisora. Yeah, I think anyone beats Chisora. I think anyone.
Nah, man, Chisora would give anybody a tough, man. I'm telling you. He might not beat everybody. He's gonna give anyone a tough fight. That's just how he is.
I think Dylan White does deserve a title shot, but I thought maybe he should go after the WBA regular belt, Trevor Bryan, but that doesn't seem to be. That's quite a good belt. David Hay had that belt. Povetkin had that belt. So there has been some good fighters who've held the WBA Regular.
Yeah. You said a regular WBA?
Yeah.
See, look, they saying Chisora versus Ruiz good fight. Yeah, it's a good fight, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not can't Andy probably can beat him, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I just think it's style. Styles make fights. That's what they all say, right?
Who did Trevor Bryan beat again for the WBA regular?
Look it up on Boxer.
Oh yeah.
Ruiz is a perennial top 10 contender who can sometimes break into the top 5, in my opinion. Like, he's not, I wouldn't call him elite, but he can win fights with really good fighters. I think that
I think with Joshua, he likes all the preparation. He was going to fight Big Baby Miller, then he got swapped over to Andy Ruiz. So maybe, in some ways, if Joshua don't get 100% preparation right, he can have an upset night, can't he? If it's not 100% for him, with all the advantages.
Yeah,
I think someone like.
Do you think Andy Ruiz got lucky on that night?
No.
I mean,
you can't say he got lucky. There's no way. He beat a top guy.
Why can't he do it in the second fight then?
Because AJ adjusted and used his range.
Yeah, AJ switched the game plan.
Yeah, he stanked the place out in done that boring style, which he cussed Tyson Fury for. Isn't it funny? Isn't it? Irony.
What I would say about Ruiz, what I would say about Joshua is he struggles with fighters with fast hands who can get under his jab and work him in close range. You saw it in the Usyk fight. He looked lost in the volume.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, prior to the fight when they announced it, that's why I picked Usyk to win, because I knew for a fact Joshua struggles with those short movers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just Usyk's style, that's a problem. I knew that off the gate. I knew it off the gate.
I think Andy Ruiz versus.
That's why Joshua fighting Usyk aggressively would still be dangerous, because Usyk's so fast and he knows how to get under his jab, like he was saying, and he has got the best stamina either. So
and the stamina. Yep, Jed.
I think Andy Ruiz versus Usyk could be a good fight.
No, Usyk will
dominates him.
Usyk would play with him. I think that's a terrible matchup for Ruiz. Ruiz's feet are way too slow for Usyk.
Yeah, but it'd be nice to see someone of that height fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Usyk actually kind of struggles with smaller fighters sometimes himself, maybe a little bit, but I think Ruiz is just too slow-footed. I think Usyk will just dance all over it. He'll be dancing on his grave.
You're right. I mean, who else is there? Once Joshua and Fury and Wilder retire, who's next? Who's next? Filip Hrgović, he looks kind of good.
No, I don't think he's Usyk. I think the guy that has the best chance is Joyce. Honestly, I think Joyce has the best chance, because I can't see Usyk stopping Joyce.
But it's just people are too greedy with the rematches. No one wants to give anyone else a chance apart from whoever's in a contract to. It doesn't seem like it's fair at the moment. I mean, Dylan White, I don't know if he would beat Joshua. I don't know.
I actually would be
Joshua
Dylan White. I think Dylan White and Usyk could be a decent fight. If Dylan White could just come in and try and rough him up, I think he might have a better chance at that game plan than Joshua. Do something similar to what Chisora did.
Yeah, he has a better chance. He is pretty hard, and he doesn't fight like Joshua. But another thing with him and Joshua have in common, I think, is the stamina, man. His stamina is bad too. You know what I'm saying? If his gas tank runs out,
chin is suspect. His chin. Remember that knockout by Povetkin? That was a beautiful knockout.
Oh yeah, the chin. Yeah, the chin.
What the fuck's wrong with these heavyweights this era, man? What the fuck's wrong with them? They've all got.
You know what? I don't even know why we're spending hours and hours watching it. But really, boxing is coming like a load of bullshit half the time. It gets you interested, but they just starve the fans forever and ever, and they don't feed the fans good fights like they used to. The last big fight I can think of in my mind was Lennox Lewis versus Vitaly Klitschko, and that was probably the last of its kind. Do you know what I mean? And after that, who knows what happened after that? There wasn't that many big heavyweight fights.
I think it's just
You think Lennox Lewis got lucky in that fight against Vitaly Klitschko? I think he did slightly get lucky. What the fuck?
Yeah, what's the name? Yo, Moody, I got. No, I was just gonna say I got Usyk winning. I'm not saying Joe Joyce will beat Usyk, but I think he has the best chance of beating him. I would prefer Usyk. Yeah, it would be a good test. I would have Usyk win that fight. That's who I would pick to win, but I think it would be a good fight. He won't stop him either. I don't think he'll stop him. Joe Joyce is hella tough.
Was it WSB? Like Usyk did win that fight clearly.
Yeah, he fought him in WSB. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you could tell Joyce was giving him like a bit of a hard time, and maybe getting to him a bit. So if that was over 12 rounds, I'd be interested in it.
Yeah, Usyk was outboxing him, but he kept coming forward, man. He was just eating all his shots.
Yeah, he's a tough lad, Joyce.
Yeah, he's tough, very tough. And he's hella big, too. Way bigger than Usyk.
It's huge. This might be a little bit weird, but I think someone like Oscar Rivas would actually give Usyk a hard time.
Yeah. All right, this is King Bucho. We're going to have to end the show. It's I got to sleep, or at least go to bed and try to sleep. I don't think I'm going to fall asleep that quickly. But, yep, thank you for joining us. We'll have more shows this week since we have a big fight. And don't forget, guys, we have the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder post-fight show. You cannot miss the post-fight show. It's going to be crazy. You remember the last post-fight show for the Wilder-Fury fight? That was insane. We got like so many phone calls, and yeah, it's something. No matter what happens on Saturday, we're gonna get some fucking crazy phone call, some crazy callers. So, anyways, guys, thank you very much in the chat. Wish you a good night, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care.
Streets are hard, it came.